janky. We might have to change the actual background because it was bleeding so bad on Ryan. The chroma. Sorry. I'm just gonna grab a scratch.
Ursula. Ursula.
Like, would you mind grabbing me that mouse pad that's up there?
Yeah, once we're all like here and sorted, I can work on the chroma.
You're the best.
Because I can't work on it until we're all actually in the space
I agree with you.
and the lighting is all decided on, and also the positioning of all of the things is decided on. I also need to work on audio stuff.
What is this yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I'm gonna drink that.
Well, hopefully not.
Hopefully
I mean, it's
not.
actually fresh water right now, but it's just the cup that's covered in paint.
You know, if we were at a party and you were to tell me that.
It sure doesn't look like it from the outside, does it?
Uh-uh.
It's a paint cup.
I love my paint cups.
Yeah, I have my paint cup. Paint goes in the paint cup.
No.
Good things are back to normal.
10 out of 10. So sorry for taking up so much space.
What are you talking about? I'm taking up the most space.
Oh, you know, the first time I've used my glasses in a few days.
Yeah. Got the TV screen tuned so your face down there.
I mean, honestly, if I could just watch TV like this, I think it would be fine. Just honestly, just VR all of my shows.
Yeah, there you go. Just VR everything.
It still wouldn't be close enough.
But it's in your eyes when it's inside your brain when it's VR.
No, so there's actual like applications where you can play like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I could just virtual desktop any movie that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is they're not like, it's just like it's like you in VR sitting in front of a screen watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not,
The movie's playing in your brain. Though.
it's not looking around at the movie. Or else motherfucker I'd be Sherlock Holmes so fast. I used to used to have.
Like in his most recent movie, where he like.
I mean, that's kind of just super hot as a game, though.
Yeah, kind of.
Also, I used to have dreams when I was a kid of 101 Dalmatians, of being like Sherlock Holmes themed, and there was a game, a 101 Dalmatians game, where you like press certain things on the screen.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and so it made me like, yeah, what if this was like a investigation? Yeah, I don't know. My little, I had a really bad dream last night too. I woke up and was like, I hate my brain because it's just so weirdly imaginative.
Sometimes the brain do be the worst enemy.
True.
My brain's my worst
Preach.
enemy all the time.
Think about this.
That's perfect, man.
The jankiness is still there next to Colin,
Yeah.
but
It's just the fire. It's just the fire coming in.
We got green fire. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. That's like on theme.
because your gray shirt is a weird green gray.
Oh yeah, it is a weird
So if I
thing, right?
change the
It's actually just the green reflecting back onto his shirt. If you look at my hand's kind of green now.
Yes, your hand's very green.
It's doing that to your.
well, if I up the similarity any higher, the
It's
entire
perfect.
front of his shirt disappears.
It's good. It's perfect. Goodbye.
I am floating head painting man.
Also, hello, Dallas Dame. Can you read the thing now?
Oh no.
Yeah. Yes, I
Where's
can.
Dallas Dame?
Dallas Dame is on Odin's side.
Oh no. That's okay.
Yeah, we've got 3 chats open currently.
My blind ass can only see 2 of them.
I don't know if you can make slobs any bigger than what it is.
It's fine. I'll manage.
Doesn't actually go any bigger.
Hi Gecko, how are you? Yeah. So
What was
last
the game
time
I play on Mondays that I like? Says Gecko. Oh, that's probably me. Luck be a landlord, Gecko.
Ooh.
I don't know what I was doing on Monday.
That's a good
What was I doing Monday?
Probably watching shows and sleeping? I don't know. No, you had Music Monday.
You're a Music Monday every week
You're
now.
doing the Lele.
Look a Lele.
Look at me, Lele.
Yeah, I had the hypest, chillest. I had the chillest dream. It was literally like, I don't know what I'm doing, la la la. And then it was like, I'm trained!
I saw
I'm
you putting
trained!"
motivational speeches into song form. It was wonderful.
No! When did that happen?
You were giving life advice, and you were also playing the ukulele at the same time. So it kind of just sounded almost like poetry, like a poetry song.
Something, I believe the synopsis that I heard was, I can't stop preaching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
You're like,
hallelujah. But the
got this, man.
But the problem is,
Speech.
if I'm playing at the same time and I'm doing chords, I guess that
Yeah.
if I speak at a cadence, it probably comes out.
Like a little like poetry song. Music.
Oh, gross!
No, it was good. It was good. I liked it. It made it much more entertaining.
Yeah, let me tell you some life advice. If anybody just wants to give you life advice, just make sure you're playing an instrument. Yuri, you need to shower. I really think you should brush your teeth. Okay. So playing the guitar doesn't help get your point across yet. So my brother last time on D&D painting, my brother was like, hey, you should paint the cat, and I want you to paint it like this thing, a
Oh, yeah?
specific fox thing, remember? And it was like orange and black. Yeah, maybe if I just look at unique boxes.
Yeah, Cooley. We're doing the stream everything to everywhere and everything and all the time.
Yeah,
and
hey,
everything.
buddy. So yeah, we're currently live on Odin's Eye Twitch, but we're restreaming it onto our Twitches as well.
Which I've never even looked at a restream, so I don't know what that looks like. But I assume it's like not much different from hosting, but there's chat.
So mine looks a little bit different.
Yeah, Erie has a whole bunch of stuff set up for hers.
Oh.
Mine's is just hosting with chat.
Did she just drink paint? I mean, I've thought about it.
She did not.
But you
She did not just drink paint. Hopefully.
I have indeed picked up a cup that had paint and literally put it to my lips.
But in this situation, no, she did not drink paint.
I did
and
not.
also,
Hey, what
please
kind-
do not, because that's very much against Twitch terms of service. And I
Oh,
would like us to
do
not all
not.
get banned at the same time.
Do not do it. Can I please have my tea? This hot tea that I put in a plastic bottle,
It
which
is
I'm
rather
not.
hot.
I don't. It's kind of thick, right?
Did you want like ice for that?
No, it's wonderful. You ever guys
Hello,
just make?
home gamers.
You ever-
I believe that it is because you can't
Yes.
even pretend to consume hazardous substances on Twitch.
I did not consume a hazardous substance, nor do I encourage it. Don't do it. Be better.
I know there was a dude back in the day who like pretended to drink. It was just like he pretended to drink Windex, but he like filled the bottle with
Kool-Aid or something.
yeah, he filled the bottle with Gatorade or something.
I think is there. Oh,
okay.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, so I could technically tell you, like, glue and crayons, certain glue and certain crayons would be fine for you to eat. However, because they're non-toxic. However, they are not nutritious and not good for your body. I would avoid it.
Definitely.
There are, like, candy molds, sweet or unsweetened. This one, I normally am like, if it's hot tea, it's like unsweetened to like maybe like 2 sweeteners at max.
Thanks for the follows,
But
Big
like,
Killer.
if if it's cold tea, I don't know. It just depends. Anyways, I tried something new today, and it's a black tea with blackberry flavoring. So I'm pretty excited about
Thank
it.
you for the
Soon to
follow
be
as well,
killer.
OM gamers.
Oh my gosh,
We used to learn about a guy named
you're pretty cool.
Shoe Nice. That guy is not. That name sounds familiar.
But yeah, definitely. It just depends on the day. It depends on what I'm feeling. I also have like matcha tea, green tea, Earl Grey, to like you name it, chocolate mint tea.
Ooh, chocolate mint tea.
Poopy time tea.
I'm gonna go with sweet so I don't get angry. I like the one video where it
eats
ate some
things.
deodorant.
Yeah, you know. Oh yes, I have heard of that guy. I think I've watched a couple of his videos. You
That
know,
doesn't sound enjoyable.
sometimes it's very much in that like same niche of those that like big group, or not big group, but the fad of like the tiny Asian girls who would eat like 12 Big Macs in a single sitting, and it's just like you're just like in awe the whole time. You're like, how is this any person eating like 100 chicken nuggets in a sitting?
Was this the one that he said?
Maybe.
I think it's like a cross box. Do any of you know anything about boxes? I had
So it's the stream that you're watching, gamer, is on a delay because we're actually live. The live stream is on Odin's Eye Gaming, which there should be a link in my description for, but I can post one here real quick. So the live is over here, and this is like co-stream, restream,
yeah.
so that we can have chat open.
Okay, so I had a viewer slash one of the community of Onsai Gaming come in and recommend that I paint this mini as a specific fox type that he likes. I can't remember what it is. I think it's called a cross fox. It's supposed to be like bright orange and like black with like bright orange eyes.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attempt to do that. I don't even think we have an orange that's like this orange.
You're gonna have to make it happen.
No, please. Fear of all things holy. That kind of fox is known as a Naruto. Why? I wonder.
No knowledge of foxes.
Is it really called Naruto?
I suppose I can make that connection pretty easily.
I mean, it's
the
it's
Naruto,
cool.
like QB Fox, definitely has a similar aesthetic, I could say.
So which stream should I have followed? So we do group streams to Onsai Gaming, and we do D&D and miniature painting at Onsai Gaming. Paradox's channel is like a variety stream, platformer, playthrough stream. I have my own variety stream. Westfield has a stream. He currently
Doesn't stream.
Yeah, doesn't stream. He's on hiatus. He occasionally
Definite hiatus.
will do like League and Path of Exile. He's mostly a Discord guy. If you guys want to play with him, join the Discord because he's always around and always down to play. I'm not gonna say that like you are. You're the most.
Hang out and play games.
It's literally like you want to wake up at 3 a.m. and you're like, hey, I can't go to sleep. Do you want to play? And he's like, yeah, Minecraft. Like, sure.
But yeah, D&D and mini painting stuff is primarily on Odin's Eye, and then I do some occasional D&D stuff, projects I'm working on the YouTube side of things. But the Twitch side of things on my end is largely like roguelites and some shooters and stuff like that. Mostly just gaming.
Yeah, he's mostly Discord. He's mostly YouTube, and I'm mostly IRL. So catch me IRL.
No,
So there's
you're
no
not.
visual here?
There's no way to hang out with you IRL currently.
Is there no visual?
Don't give your fans false hope.
Let me go check. There should be a visual there. Oh my gosh, I'm so special. I gotta run down.
I believe.
I literally have a picture of our stream up right now.
Well,
Welcome to Texas Timbers. You wanna watch some chairs?
extra not live. No. I believe the current plan is rest tomorrow.
Ooh, oh, it's Thursday.
It is indeed Thursday.
Hype.
It's gonna be me and Tibbers. I kind of like popped in on a couple servers today to see what was up, but we'll leave it to tomorrow for actually picking a server that we'll play on.
That's fun.
It is very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. We might pop back onto one of the servers we were playing on last week because I got a lot of BPs last Thursday when we were playing with Dis and Robert.
Do they
Basically, got the whole shebang.
do they still kind of do like the BP carryover thing?
What do you mean, like BP wipes and?
Yeah.
I got a new friend.
Depending on what server you're playing on, like the official servers will wipe BPs on every force wipe. The last wipe we played was a force wipe because of the railcar update.
Oh yeah, I saw some people running around with rail cars. Or in rail cars. How's that?
It was super cool. Apparently the loot is actually like a little bit too good from what Dis was saying. But like the runs that we had down there was super fun. It was a nice way to get around. The like scientists or the like cave dwellers that were down there were, I'd say they're not quite as aimbody. I would say they're about as aggro as military tunnel scientists.
Yeah.
But they have the aiming capabilities of like road scientists.
Okay.
So like they're kind of like a middle ground between those two tiers of scientists.
That's good.
But they're not scientists or bandits. They're like their own third faction, which is also kind of cool. But there's a bunch of like military crates and those guys themselves that kind of drop like RP items. Lots of like electricity components and
But it's a high percentage. It's like 25-75.
yeah, they definitely drop loot like big scientists. Like you'll loot one and you'll get like salvage shelves and like a battery and a solar panel or something out of one of them.
Okay.
And then they have just like regular crates and the military crates. I'm not sure if there was any sections that had extra loot. I have a suspicion that there might be some sections that we didn't get to.
Definite sections that we did not get to.
So I remember there was like at least one little like biome of it that I had mentioned that we didn't actually manage to get to on that Thursday. But yeah, definitely overall the like train update is super, super cool. And I think like also probably going to be really healthy for the game overall, as long as it doesn't become awful. I watched poor Dis yesterday. He encountered like so many bugs right back to back when he was playing with Blaze.
Oh no.
Where there's a bug that if you jump on someone's head while they're in the elevator, you can actually accidentally kill them. Like they'll take fall damage randomly. And he did that to Blaze and then picked up all of his stuff and went back to drop him all of his stuff. And there's a specific landing at the very top of one of the stairs. If you drop stuff, it becomes uninteractable because it like half phases through the ground. So he dropped a full like AK kit on the ground. And so they were dealing with that for a long time.
I wish I knew more about foxes, to be honest.
What do you mean? They just go.
Oh, okay, honestly, for those of you who have played Minecraft, what is with the freaking fox noise?
Have you ever heard of fox in real life?
Yes, but like, do you have to do it? Do you have to? Was it necessary?
Yeah.
Because I want to like low-key chill in Minecraft, and I'm just like, man.
To be fair, you don't find that many foxes unless you're looking for them.
It's a problem.
Oh.
It's a problem.
What's the problem?
I think there's
this-
just one fox that like has found its way right next to their.
It's not that one that you trapped in the river at the beginning of the server, is it?
There's been at least 5.
Okay.
And I know the locations. That river one, the one that was in between, and the like river, like White Rock, like area. What does the fox say? Like honestly. And there was one over by Ryan's place. Now there's one over by Melissa's.
Okay.
Like it's just full.
I need to hop back
full of
on.
them.
I haven't been on Minecraft in a while.
It's been a low-key project.
Yeah, what are you working on? Anything fun that you're doing?
So I've only gotten to play one day out of like the last month. So and it was today, which is why I'm talking about it.
Oh.
Where I got to finish clearing out some space so that Dallas Dame can finish a stable project. So she
Cute.
can have horses and stuff.
Nice. That's fun.
It is pretty fun. I also finished a barn area, which I'm importing. I say I'm importing. I'm reproducing a really cool stable that I saw
Okay.
online, which is new. Normally I just like come up with my own designs and stuff. But I saw this stable and was like, man, that looks so good. My sister would love that. So I'm gonna help her build it.
That's a fun project.
Yeah, and it's like manageable. It's not like the vault. The vault is something that I'm currently struggling with pretty badly because I haven't decided on an organization system. And I've got 1,000 double chest that I can organize accordingly.
My project's kind of unmanageable too. But it's a secret project.
Well, it's not that mine's unmanageable necessarily. It's that I can't decide.
Well, mine's kind of a mesh.
Oh. Mine's just like I literally cannot
I got
decide.
paper towels.
Ooh, no, they would be. There should be some in the closet.
That's what I just realized I was missing too. Had to go get it.
I go watch Robert do things and say he's a potato. Good luck. Sounds like he's popping off.
What's he playing currently?
Probably either League or For Honor.
Also, can you tell him that he's a cute potato? I'm a potato. Also, no name calling. Unless that's like your pet name for him, in which case, feel free. He's consented to that pet name. Which honestly, I think he would. He likes that meme a lot. But yeah, it's not that my project is unreasonable or too big or whatever. It's that there's a billion ways to organize Minecraft items.
I'm gonna reach over you to get a wash here.
Yeah, you do you. Like, do I organize them alphabetically? Like, Acadia door, Acadia stairs, Acadia fence, Acadia, you know? Or do I do like the woods and the foods and the bricks, and do I do the slabs and the stairs and the, you know, by type? And there's like, I've been talking about it for what
Long
feels
time.
like months now and still haven't come up with a reasonable one. Or do I organize them based off of Minecraft block ID? Because there's 400 something IDs in the game and I could just do it that way.
Like the idea that you would use to spawn in the item.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Because if I want to use it, I think it would be easier by alphabetical for me, but I think it would be way easier by type for everyone else. Also, how do you feel about coming back to painting now that we're 2 minutes into it?
Feels good, man. Kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but
That.
A little bit. A little bit of that.
stumbling through it, you know. Not too worried.
But yeah, Minecraft projects are going well, but I have to have time to actually do it, which kind of... I'm prioritizing a lot of other stuff in life currently.
Pretty fair.
Advertising other exciting stuff like getting vaccinated.
True story. For those who do not know, I am now fully vaccinated.
Woo.
And it is a very, very good thing for someone like me. who is immuno weak sauce.
Compromise, maybe?
Yeah. No. Me, I'm weak.
Weak sauce.
Weak sauce. I identify as weak sauce.
You put water with your pasta
Robert,
sauce.
Robert says you're a pretty goldfish. He doesn't even know what a pretty goldfish looks like. I just recently saw a pretty goldfish.
On TikTok?
No, on One Piece.
Oh.
Yeah, One Piece is chugging along. Wait, actually, I just watched the Queen's Gambit TV show.
You did?
Yeah,
Cool.
I haven't been sleeping, and so
Yeah.
and have gotten a little bit more time with Robert, and so we picked a show. We're like, oh man, I'm gonna sleep too. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll just like put on a show I don't want to watch. This is one of the ones I really want to watch, but it might be boring, so I'll just put it on. It wasn't.
No.
And then I just was stuck. So
What do you think of it? I haven't watched
I
it yet.
freaking loved every second of it. It's very fictional. Do I have a comment before you go back? My only comment is I hope that he has a good stream. Also, if he doesn't win, then he's got to sleep on the couch. So it doesn't matter what he's doing, he's got to be good at it. I hope he's playing something like Pictionary.
I really doubt he is.
I really hope it's like Pictionary. Like, I don't really care, like, yeah, things are good, man. How about you? How's life?
Chilling. Working through stuff. Working on stuff. Playing some games. Kevin's got spring break coming up next week. I'm super excited to hang out with Kevin, play some games.
Heck yeah.
Woo!
Hello.
Hello, Goat.
Oh my gosh.
know what that is. Oh,
It's a sub.
It's Goat.
How are
Hello.
you?
We're doing some painting.
All right. I'm officially already over painting.
That is
All right, well, that's a stream, y'all.
Bye. Just
Have a good
It was
one.
a short one, I know, but
Catch you all next time.
on the flip side. Okay, we're gonna get
memes,
serious.
obviously.
We are going to get super serious.
Oh, no, I have to start making decisions.
Yeah, that's what I was. I hit the point of decision making and was like,
No. I
no,
can
no.
decision
Maybe
making
this'll-
and paint his
Maybe
lip.
this will warm you up for Minecraft decision making. You just get more used to the decision making process.
I think I'm just gonna poll. I'm just gonna poll everyone in the community and be like, which organizational system fits you best?
I feel like you just. I mean, this is a very simplistic view of things. It's not very well grounded in reality, but like, if you put things that people often use together next to each other, that seems like a pretty good organizational strategy.
That's a very Rust loot room mentality.
Yeah, like if I want to like go get some stuff for my project, that way I don't have to walk all the way around the whole entire place to go find all the things for my project.
The problem is,
Stuff you need for your project might be completely different than the stuff someone else needs for their project.
Therein lies the problem of not very well based in reality. How did I get that color red?
Go, how are you? What do you
Very
mean?
nice looking red. This one over here.
What about you, Paradox?
I've been straight chilling. Just been working hard, hardly working. The whole shebang. Getting pretty close to the end of the Outer Worlds, which has been pretty awesome.
How have you felt about that whole process overall? Are you glad you stuck with it?
I'm definitely glad I stuck with it, yeah. I mean, it's a great game. It's mostly just, like, time factors and busyness factors that have been, putting dampers on it.
Yeah.
Like, the game itself is amazing. It does a lot of the, like, Fallout New Vegas-y stuff, which is about what I expected.
You love the orange. Wait, you love the background orange carrot. Carrot. Me? I don't know what the orange carrot. Are you talking about this?
Background
this?
orange carrot.
This is orange.
Probably something in the background
This-
that he's talking about.
Is there a carrot in our background?
Is there actually a carrot somewhere?
I don't know.
He's probably talking about our. Oh, maybe it's in my hairband. He's probably talking about us. We probably look orange. That's what it is. We're all carrots.
We're all carrots here.
Filthy Americans. Americans. Doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo, doo. Nani?
Step 1 of Bird Boy is done.
So I have to ask, do you know what today is?
I believe it's Mario Day.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff on the Nintendo eShop that's currently $40 instead of $60.
They still sell games for $60?
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Most people do.
Don't ask me what I've bought recently.
Oh no, what have you bought recently?
I think more importantly is what purchased item have you made recently that isn't game related? Or that's in a game that isn't actually necessary for you to play the game.
Got some rust skins.
How are you doing on drops right now?
I'm not doing well on this drop set, which is kind of sad. But there's not a lot that I really cared about in this drop set.
I think I'm done.
I have so many rust drops though, from all the other campaigns.
I need Shrouds, and I maybe still need Blueprint Star, which is a pretty important one.
I want Beanan's sleeping bag. I don't have that.
The cat one?
Yeah, it's cute. I also want the garage door with the cat with the baseball bat. Oh my god, I want that
It's
so
so
bad. I'm like
cute.
halfway done with it.
It's actually the cutest freaking garage door.
Yeah. I have a lot of the Spanish ones were really well done. I liked a lot of them.
The other day I tried to figure out where he was because he sounded like he was from a particular part of Spain, and I wanted to know where.
Yeah. Who is it? Rubius is, I think, from Spain somewhere also.
But
He's a popular variety, but was doing a lot of Rust streaming.
he just sounded very New Yorker-y.
Oh.
But
Well, that's it.
But the Spanish version of New York.
yes. New York! I don't know how to explain that concept. Okay, I think I got a base note over the orange.
Have I made any purchases for games recently? I don't think I have made any purchases for games in quite a while. Yeah. I bought a plant. I bought food for my plant. And then my plant started dying anyway. And then I put my plant outside today to see if it just needed more sun. But I think I need to buy a new pot and a new dirt.
Plant.
No. He's gonna do okay. He's gonna make it through this. It's gonna be tough. But he's gonna, I believe in him. His name's Buddy.
Muddy or Buddy?
Buddy. Buddy.
Okay. I believe in you, Buddy, but also
It's
I
not
don't.
Hey,
looking-
man, don't
it's not
knock
looking
people's
good.
mental health plans.
Oh my god.
It's not looking good for Buddy, I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah. That's exciting. What kind of plant is he?
I
They?
don't remember off the top of my head. I could look it up really easily though.
Well, Richard, I'm disappointing you, and that's fine. Surprise.
Probably doesn't even remember.
Surprisingly, he has a very vivid, good memory. Which is even more upsetting. He's super smart, kind of funny.
It's an
I'm not saying that
Areca
he's not
palm.
smart or funny.
Areca palm. Erica palm.
That's cool. And how big is it supposed to get?
Not very. It stays pretty small. A plant.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm the worst.
Oh, that's a lot of yellow. Well, you know. We can work with this. Work with this.
Easy money. Just grab the goblin by the face.
Grab your goblin by his face.
Swing your partner do-si-do. Can I do?
There we go.
And I live kinda do. I've been married a long time ago.
How's your dancing streams been going?
We've had 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they've been successful. It's good stuff and bad stuff, because the good stuff is literally like, man, I fucking love dancing. The bad stuff is, man, I miss dancing. Because, like, as badly as I like streaming dancing, I would very, very much prefer to go out dancing. Who knows? We might just IRL stream. That's the next step in this venture. That's the next step in the streaming venture, is just IRL streaming during COVID.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, all things going well, COVID shouldn't be lasting a whole lot much longer.
I don't know, how does IRL streaming work? With, like, consent and other people being in your videos?
I think if they ask not to be filmed, you can't film them possibly. Well, actually, I think because it's live, it doesn't matter. I think is how that works.
Yeah, it falls into some kind of like really weird like thing that gets around a lot of the stuff that you'd expect to like. I think it kind of falls like a similar thing to like live news, like when you have somebody broadcasting news on the street and stuff. You walk by and you're in the shot, like you're in the shot.
Do you have a paper towel I can have?
I think I got the.
I think it's one. Thank you.
That is obviously with me doing like literally zero research, so I would take that with an incredible grain.
You have a sub? Oh, hey! Crispy, juicy, tender. What are we talking about? What is happening? People just coming in here. I really hope he's talking about the MVP bear that kind of looks like a chicken nugget.
A chicken nugget bear?
Yeah, so I made this little bear and his hands are up and he's like, ah, right? Hold on, let me show you. Also,
need to
hi,
see
Moist. It's the MVP emote.
Oh yeah.
Let me,
Okay.
I'll just post it.
You know,
real
I wasn't
quick.
really thinking of that. It's like, but okay, yeah.
It's this one. Doop, doop, doop. And, from
Okay, from really far away, I could see how that kind of looks like a dino chicken nugget.
It does. It kind of looks like a chicken nugget. But I don't know, or like a gummy bear. It kind of looks like a gummy bear. But how are you, Moist Snipes? How's life, man? Happy Wednesday. Happy Mario Day. Ooh. Don't worry about this little guy. I haven't used this brush at all.
Have you guys heard that there is a new Pokemon on the way?
No.
I've heard that there's the Breath of the Wild Pokemon on the way, and then there's like another, like a Zelda Pokemon or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Zelda.
Like more traditional style, I think.
Yeah. Like more traditional
You mean the actual Pokemon or a Pokemon game?
Pokemon game.
Pokemon game. There's a Breath of the Wild Pokemon game on the way, which people have been asking for since Breath of the Wild came out.
What the other newer one, the Galar region one, Sword and Shield, should have been,
But wasn't.
but wasn't, which made people very upset.
Which is pretty exciting. I mean, I imagine that they won't do a terribly great job, but I think it'll be pretty cool.
Wait, if it was supposed to be that and it got postponed, why wouldn't you think it would be good?
No, it was the Pokemon Sword and Shield should have been on par or on the level with Breath of the Wild, but was not when it released.
Yeah, they basically came out with a game that had some aesthetic elements that kind of looked similar to that Breath of the Wild style, with none of the like feature set of what Breath of the Wild game would be like. And so people were like, "Wait, this is Pokemon with different graphics. Like this wasn't what we wanted. This wasn't what we were hoping for."
They
So
did
this
a lot
new
of
game that's coming
corner
out
cutting
is
and
going to be a
stuff
lot
like that.
closer to that style of game.
And you believe them?
Well, from what they've showcased of it, it actually, like, when there was no illusion that Sword and Shield was like, oh, it's going to be Breath of the Wild, and then it came out and it wasn't. It was like, hey, here's our new Pokemon game, and everyone's like, this isn't Breath of the Wild, and they're like, oh, yeah, I mean, no, it's not, but...
Because the Breath of the Wild really showcased the, like, what could happen on the Switch and, like, what they could technologically achieve with the platform and with the, like, amount of money that they have and blah, 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 blah. And then Sword and Shield just kind of was like, yeah, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to, like, port in a whole bunch of, like, janky 3D models from older generations. We're going to, like, cut a couple of other corners. It was still a good game from what I've seen.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. Oh, gotta go see you later. Bye. I've seen, like, all the people I know who play Sword and Shield don't really complain about it. They like the game.
A lot of the complaint was very front-loaded, and,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
No, not you.
Like,
I think people were just disappointed by their lack of drive to do new innovative things with the Pokemon franchise. Where they're like, hey, you know, we've seen the thing, we see what's possible, like Nintendo's doing cool stuff, why are you not doing cool stuff? You're part of the same umbrella company, like just push the envelope, do something new, do something exciting. Poke, why are you just sitting there being the same Pokemon you've always been? And there's, from what we've seen of gameplay footage of the new game, it looks like this new game is closer to that. It's like, okay, yeah, we can do something else.
Doesn't that feel bad though? Like, someone releases Avatar, right? And they're like, oh, look at these graphics. The next Disney movie comes out and they're just like, hey Disney, how come you don't have an Avatar? Like,
no, I don't think so.
yeah, it's like these other games are being released that are at this caliber. How come you're not releasing the exact level of this game?
Yeah, I mean, from a standpoint of like, you have the resources, the money, the time, don't waste the franchise IP. Like, if you're not gonna do anything exciting with it, like,
Then don't
Yeah.
release anything new?
then like sell it to someone who will. I don't know. Like,
It was.
I
it
mean,
was
obviously
a,
that's unrealistic.
it was a sign of. It was a continuation and like confirmation of Game Freak and the whatever other sub company that owned Pokemon was like continually like just being blind to like the community and being like mistreating the stuff that they had and like really just like not like providing anything for the community sort of thing. And so it was like falling rapidly, and then people got hopeful that the Sword and Shield would be kind of a new revamping because it was kind of sold as that. And then when it wasn't, it was like, wait, we're upset because the company is continuing to let us down.
I don't know. It's kind of weird, as I'm a Halo person.
Like, if
Yeah,
Halo
how do you feel
came
about
out with, like,
ODST?
Yeah, like,
Listen,
if
I
Halo just
think-
came out with another cookie cutter, not very interesting, not very exciting Halo
You
game.
almost said crappy.
Yeah.
If they came out with a crappy.
If they came out with like a lame Halo game, would you be like, what are you doing? You're wasting my time, excitement, and money because you have this really cool story, these really cool characters, this really cool like world, and you're just wasting it on like a lame game? That's dumb.
I don't know. I think it would be better than them not releasing content.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Like, I don't think that every Disney movie is good. But like, for them to just be like, hey, either make fucking Bambi or make fucking Fox and the Hound or make Frozen level content or make like, you've got to make it top tier and never mess up.
I think it's more the fact that like, okay, we gave you 25 chances to come up with something new, and you failed to deliver every time. Like,
There's a point where it's on you as the consumer to hold the company accountable.
it's like, okay, you squeezed my money out enough times, and I gave you my money enough times, and I played your games enough times. Like, okay, now can you give something back to me?
I don't know if I see it that way. I don't know if I can see it that way. I think I'm just putting myself too far into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Someone shows up to my stream and is like, when are you actually gonna get good at the game? Like, I sub, I follow, I show up, I'm here. Like, I've been here 25 days in a row and you've never showed me a headshot or actual good gameplay. And I'm like, hey man, I'm just spending my time doing what I do, right? Like, I can't just...
And then the result of that is that person probably no longer subs, and
Yeah,
that's
so you
fine
can-
because
you
that's
can
not the kind of
choose.
person that you want to sub, right? But there's nothing wrong with them being like, hey, I'm here for hardcore, try-hard gaming content, and you're like, I don't give that. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else. That's how like the market works.
I have never expected Pokemon to say, hey, yeah, I've created this kick-ass fucking brand new game. Like, no, I imagine this 8-bit fucking Pokemon game every time.
Right, but that's not the kind of games that they make anymore.
Well, you know what I mean.
Because Pokemon fans would love that. Right, that's why they're releasing the Zelda version, because that's more of a return to the old school Pokemon games, which was a hope to appease the old school Pokemon fans who are upset in this situation.
Yeah, I think it's more of like if they showed up to your stream every day and were like, I expect your stream to be relatively entertaining. And I've showed up to your stream 25 times now, or 50 times now, and you've really never like
been entertaining. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go somewhere else. Like,
okay.
Why? But then there's like, but at the same time, you're holding on to this like dragon egg that you won't give up to anyone else. And I'm just like, what's in the dragon egg? We want to see the baby dragon. And you're like, no, it's my dragon egg. You can't see it.
Yeah, that's your property. if they're and
people, I think people have a right to be upset about that. Like, if you were to give that dragon egg to somebody else, they'd hatch into a baby dragon. What's wrong with you?
No. So you show up to my music stream to hear me sing. To see my content, to see what I create, right? And then you go to another music stream, it's not me. Giving them all the same tools and utilities, it's still not.
I mean,
yeah, that's not quite how it works with gaming IPs though. Like a lot of Halo, for example, right? They 343 Industries versus not 343 Industries, like Bungie versus not Bungie, and like who controls the IP and what games are created in that world. Of like, fans get upset when like the IP the company that holds the IP isn't doing good things with the IP that they hold.
Yeah,
and plus like it's on the people to like express that so that the company knows, and if the company then chooses to like tell them to fuck off, then that's fine. But like if the company's like, yeah, we hear you, we totally get it, and then doesn't do anything, then it's like, okay, well, we need to be a little louder on the subject.
So R.R. Martin and Tolkien and Stephen King, if their readers are like, yeah, we want to see this series go this way, and they're like, yeah, I hear you, and then don't do it, that's perfectly fine. It's their book series. It's their shit.
I don't know if fans would be upset if they took their series and ran to the ground. I
think
fans
a lot
are upset about the ending of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. But the thing is like, is that content creator?
Potentially. In this case, it's not less of a content creator and more of like a large corporate entity that's like money hungry, that like tells developers what they can and can't do. Right?
Yeah,
like,
we're not talking about like a small indie company here. We're talking about
it's the same thing.
Big shots.
It's the same thing. The people that are at our company, that the company that we work for, are just people.
Yeah, and it's like all the people that work at our company that are like, man, I really wish we could do X because it would make things so much better. And the corporate overlords that are like, no, you can't do X. And then people are upset everywhere around. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, and it usually comes down to, can we afford to exist as a company if we do X? Yes. Would it be profitable? No. Cool.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
so people that are like interacting with the product are upset because the profitability was just decided over the like use.
That's when it's on those people to stand up and say, okay, if you continue to not do this thing, we will make it not profitable for you.
Yes.
Exactly. And
which is exactly what. Yeah.
They're like, hey, if you don't make the game that we want to consume, then we're not going to buy your game. And so the game company has to be like, okay, well, if we want to keep making money off of our game, we need to match the needs of
until that happens, right? Like, you can complain all you want, and you can you can say what you want, but until you make it profitable for the company to do so, it's literally like, you have the ability to make this happen, and you're just like not doing it. Hello, Scuffles?
Hello.
Hello.
But like, I think the big
I'm planting a griffin and a door.
I think the big thing for me is like if someone was like, Erie, you're doing this with your free time when you could be doing this. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, you could be doing this for work. You could, and I'm just like, man, you could also just come over here and make it yourself, get hired, and you do it.
But they can't.
You could get hired for that company.
No, you can't.
Even if you got hired for that company,
employees
it's not
for
like
the
you have
company
to
don't
say.
make the decisions.
I agree.
I
say boycott.
The button that
boycott
like
it.
lets us see what we're painting.
Yeah.
You can show off what we're painting to Brian.
I currently have Kitty Cat.
Boom. This is what Colin is working on. Demon Boy.
Round 7.
I
Tibbers
have
is working on her thing, and I'm
Little
working
cat.
on a griffin.
Cool.
I'm literally 2 colors into my cat, so it's literally just orange and green on cat.
I'm like 7 days into my demon. Still not done. What do I have left to do? I have to do his knee pads. I have to do the handle of his
Scuffles, how are
and
you?
his weapon.
How's life? How's liberty? Also, hi Grimser. How
Hello,
are
Grim.
Hi, everybody.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think that you definitely can't fault the like Pokemon fandom for trying to speak out and trying to incite change in the IP that they're very, very invested in. I think. What are you doing?
I'm making it so we're both, you and I could read.
Okay, go ahead and close mine.
No. you're
Yes,
good.
please.
I could finish painting my SD Quibbly as well. But I'm not great, but okay.
We're not either.
No, I said, how are you?
Oh. I thought you meant a painting. Like, I am not good at painting either, but it's fun.
You want to scoot over?
Oh,
I only see half of your face.
I'm falling off the edge of the earth.
Bye. Get yeeted. You're not great, but okay. Well, what's the difference between okay and great?
I'm sorry.
What could make the difference for you? Is it a good night's sleep? Is it a full belly?
A large
I'm sure there's a
pepperoni
lot
pizza.
of personal stuff going on
Yes.
that could probably cause some improvements.
I feel bad about this miniature.
Oh yeah?
It was about 4 p.m. when they could successfully log in for the first time. First day of the new person. Yikes. Yikes. That's a big stressful day. Not being able to log in till 4 p.m. on your first day of work. Or any day of work. How's gaming going? How's your hobbies? I'm not. Not having repressed memories dredge themselves up would make you feel better. You know, at least you have coping mechanisms that assist with that. Like, if they're being repressed, that means your mind is trying to protect itself, which is dope. Also, if they're now coming out, then that's a healthy thing. That means you can deal with it. Or you can start to deal with it. Start that journey. Oh. Oh, yikes.
Oh, thanks to Daviant with our subscription.
Resubscription of 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months.
Your 6 months is up as well.
I got
but I never send the chat message because
6 cats. Wait, you're saying for me?
yes, ma'am.
Yikes. Also, this cat's gonna lose so much detail. I just want you to know. He almost had a panic attack at work. Is your work handling that situation well? I know a lot of people have had ups and downs with, depending on what type of boss or work environment you're in, that can be super awful. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. Also, are you feeling any better now in comparison? I mean, you're here, so I'm thankful for that. I absolutely hate this cat. I'm over it. I think it's because it's I was like, yeah, I don't care if I mess it up. I do.
You do.
I do
You
care.
always do.
I always do.
You care about a lot of things.
I do. Are you painting like a special cat or just a normal house cat? So, yes. So it's actually not, it is a tabaxi, but it's got very fox-like features, and my IRL brother had come onto stream and recommended slash asked, redeemed, to choose the next miniature I paint it and tell me how to paint it. So I'm painting it in the colors that he likes, like called a cross fox. And
I feel like Brian might know some stuff about foxes.
yeah, honestly,
What do you know about foxes, Brian? You got any fox facts to drop in the
Ooh,
chat?
can you make it big again? It was the only one I didn't see.
oh,
Yes.
sorry.
It's a little harder to see the smaller ones, but
Oh, you know, sometimes we do it. But it's a cute tabaxi mini. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's actually, honestly, that's why it feels, you know, tabaxi minis are so hard to come by. Like a good one, you know? And this is a good one, and that's why I was just like,
they're harder to paint than they are hard to come by, I will say. The tabaxi that I've painted, I think I've gone through like 2 or 3 tabaxi minis now, is like, it always is disappointing because like you're kind of just painting a cat. Like I have a black fur tabaxi in there, and it's just like, all right, well, I painted this in 5 minutes, and now I'm done.
oh
The tabaxi
no.
barbarian that you haven't touched yet.
Honestly, I would love, I miss it. Also, cross boxes are beautiful. They are. I just don't. How do you do such high contrasting colors on a miniature and not make it look splotchy? That's what I'm super worried
I mean,
about.
you could look to your right, and that actually has the exact same color scheme.
So the difference is within the fur itself. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a palette, like if you've got like in my hair, if I wanted to do
3
like,
colors makes fur.
I currently have 2.
You gotta do 3 colors on the dark section and 3 colors on the light section.
May have assistance for
But-
the question.
But it's like if I were to try and I have a mini that I want to give them a Cruella de Vil or like a rogue like strip of just one highlight or one thing without it looking like a mistake and it looking like it blends. I think the answer is after I do it, then I do either a gloss that's the same or a wash that's the same to sort of bring it all together after having separated it. But that just seems like so much paint to pile on one tiny little mini. Because I think that's kind of what I do like with my makeup, is that if I want something to be what's called like creased or cut, then I'll do that. And if I want to make that blend in afterwards, then I have to take a color to blend both things together. Sort of. It's like a weird.
I think that's exactly how that works.
I don't know. I'm guessing. We'll see how it works out. I doubt that it's beyond your painting skill.
What do you think about something like this? I don't find a good spot for it.
See, like airbrush is different.
Well, this is an airbrush, but like, I'm trying to find the spot where he has like the dark fur meets like the orange fur, and he does like transitional
Colors.
of
But it's so small.
yeah,
How do I do like a?
I don't know.
Last time you painted was with us. You're very out of practice, honestly. Honestly, we all are. But
I would love to do a virtual painting session with Dooms.
aw.
That'd be fun. I don't know how that doesn't seem possible or feasible. but-
Nice. That looks good. That's very Arnold Schwarzenegger vibes. That's a beefcakey buff.
Get to the griffin.
I am the griffin.
I mean, it is jacked. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that's mostly just because like lions are kind of jacked.
Why are griffins so jacked?
Lions are so
Give me variety. I want a little less
You want a
beefcakey.
femboy.
I want a femboy griffin.
I mean, they gotta like pick up and eat horses. Have you seen how big horses are, dude?
I mean, the thing is, they could like some smaller horses. They could be pony eaters and not horse eaters.
I really want you to DM so that you can just put these wonderful ideas into your games.
You just see this like. I just think there are skinny tigers. There are less. They're more dexterous. You know, why don't we have that in regular D&D?
I mean, I don't really think it's necessarily that it's like all that big. It's legitimately just has such a low percentage like body fat that.
Yeah, that's why I said Arnold.
Because I just think that tigers just don't like really do the whole body fat thing.
I don't know, man.
If they do, it usually I think manifests in like the distended bellies and stuff like that. Like most cats, like they really
Like most bodybuilders.
don't like like they really just don't do body fat very well.
Darn. Tigers are real slim. At least most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess most of the tigers I've seen IRL just like aren't.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
I just, from my experience, them's thickums. I don't know what. Okay, when you were a kid, what did you like more, the yellow orange tigers or like red tigers, or did you like white tigers? Because I feel like our 90s kid generation, for some reason, we had like an obsession with white tigers. Is that weird? Like every 90s kid that I've talked to is like, oh, white tigers for sure.
Well, tigers are pretty pog, dude.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna switch to my mobile to paint. Nice! I'm excited. Orange tigers, but I do have a similar white tiger art that I use for a tiger druid in a campaign. Share that art. If it's cool, post it. Or you can even post it in the Discord if you want. So it won't like disappear into the ether of chat.
Either. How do I feel about these knees? Are they the
Townies
bee's
are.
knees, or are they weirdly clashing with all the rest of this fucking knee?
Oh. That looks so cool, Colin.
Suspicion. I feel like they clash pretty hard.
Okay, they are very gaudy in comparison to the rest of him, which is saying a lot.
He's not real. I mean, he hasn't painted his sword yet.
Oh yeah. You're not gonna keep it like a black?
The sword is gonna be pretty.
It's gonna. Oh, I'm so send it in the
Sent it.
Discord. I'm ready.
They need to be rimmed in like.
let me
brown.
see. Also, I just saw this. What's cracking?
Yeah, from.
I freaking love him. I love him.
Dragon is pretty adorable.
I love him so much. Okay. I assume that it is not in science or quick maths.
I love that he went to our memes channel, is posting like structured jokes.
You
They're
posted here
freaking
into Odin's Eye
hilarious.
Gaming.
Cute.
Cute.
The petals almost look like a bow at first, and I was like, that's too cute.
It's got a Jenny nose. I want to squat. I need to see, y'all. I can't look at big fluffy animals because I'm like, why can't we just have it? Why can't we
Yeah, just get tired.
just get a bear?
It'd be just
get
like
one.
a-
It's only a couple $1,000s. It's like $6,000 for like a cage and a bear.
That's less
That's
than your hot
reasonable.
tub. Less than your hot tub.
That's like an investment.
This is like a life. It's like my emotional support animal. I could literally.
You can bring it on a plane with you.
Oh my gosh. If I could just have one emotional support, if I could have a bear, I think I would literally just all identity that I would have in depression, right? Any bit of me, I would just take that and let that just. We would just hug it out.
What about a koala bear?
Technically a bear.
It's got bear in the name.
An animal view is really bad. Koalas don't classify as a bear. I don't think they're actual bears.
Okay.
I would
think
love
they're
to own a
marsupials.
tiger if it weren't for a few more dozens reasons why that'd be hard. okay, but have you considered?
Just doing it instead.
Have you considered maybe? Don't do it. I mean, you can do it.
It's down a little bit.
Gosh. I have no clue what this even belongs to. What do you even have on your back, man?
Like quiver?
So, underneath the quiver.
Kind of keep him in.
Yeah, what is that? I think it's like a pole arm, but it's kind of looks like a big banana.
Oh, banana.
Aw, banana.
It's the bow for his quiver.
No way, there's no string.
I mean,
course
there's
there's
not
no
going to be a
string.
string because it's a mini.
It's a bow.
I got you.
A boa girl with a that makes so much sense. Who made this guy so smart?
That sounds so aggressive.
It's because it's just like the most like. Of course, the freaking cat has a bow on his back with the quiver that's on his back. Like. Y'all. Okay.
Oh, you know what
Exotic
this
pet
suddenly
time.
reminded me of? There was I was a big fan of Transformers Beast Wars growing up. There was a specific one of the Beast Wars Transformers who was like, he was a good guy, but he had amnesia, so the Decepticons recruited him, and he was a super rare version. He was basically like the Green Power Ranger, right?
Okay.
But he was like a super rare version because in Beast Wars they live on like the moon, right? But there's also like animals on the moon. Whenever the plot needs there to be animals on the moon,
Okay.
So their pods like crash on the moon, and a little scanner comes out and like scans for animals. And so this scanner, I think it hit like an eagle and a tiger and I think maybe a snake at the same time. So the dude was like, had like a tiger head, like an eagle torso, and like he was super badass.
Okay.
But he was all white. He was like a white tiger, bald eagle. Like, I was just painting this white section and I was like, man, I just remembered holding that transformer in my hands.
I want to see this.
This
I need
character?
pictures of rocks
Yes,
on my
this
phone.
character.
I got you.
Did you say you're looking at pictures of rocks on your phone?
I said, yeah, I need pictures of rocks on my phone for reference, so I can't currently help you with that endeavor.
Did any of you ever read those Animorphic
Animals? Yeah.
Animals, yeah.
I always saw the cover and was like, this is some freaky shit.
Tiger Hawk.
Melissa?
I mean, the thing is, I don't read.
Mom.
I don't read, and when you put that book next to like Ripley's Believe It or Not
You're like,
book,
cool, and you grab
Ripley's
it.
Believe It or Not. When I'm at the state
When you're
fair,
at the Scholastic
yeah.
Book Fair with a crisp $5 bill in your hand and a smile on your face, and you're like, man, what book am I gonna buy? I'm gonna buy this Ripley's Believe It or Not hardcover book.
yeah, the Ripley's Believe It and or this How to Draw Horses book.
Those are both good options.
Well, there he is.
Oh yeah, I do remember him.
Nope.
His name was Tiger Hawk, and it was super awkward because he had a Highland miniature cow. Oh no. It was super awkward because he got recruited into the Decepticons because like they convinced him that he was meant to fight for the Decepticons, but he always preached like hyper justice. And he was like, he'd kick a whole bunch of Autobots' asses, and it was like, yes, the good men are victorious this day. Justice prevails, and the good of the universe is preserved now that the Autobots are destroyed.
Also, Highland cows are cute as heck.
Yeah, I love them. They're so adorable.
Also, do you want to make a trip out to the ranch sometime soon? My parents may or may not have baby cows, and I kind of want to go see the baby cows. I got a few things coming up, but I think a ranch trip might be it. So if you want to like meet out there, it's pretty close.
He had different white. I need something that's not so glossy.
Other than pearl? Mm-hmm. You could do boneless skin.
Boneless skin's a little bit too green. There's another one. Where's the graveyard bone? I think the graveyard bone would be perfect for the transition I'm looking for. Me and Cowboy were just discussing that the other night.
Let's go. I'm not saying let's have a ranch party, but like if we planned it, it would happen.
You'd like,
I don't think you'd even need to plan it. If you just showed up, it would happen.
Yeah, but I want to plan it so I can have an extra change of clothes. You know what I mean? I
I want
can't
to not
imagine.
lose a chunk of my foot this time.
Yeah, oh god. I just don't want it to be goat, cowboy, and Texas Stickers. You know what I mean? All together and not have a change of clothes. Also, throw one in.
for when you drink so much
Your
pizza.
subscription, man.
Oh my god. Please no.
That's what it's for.
I'm not saying we could even leave the women's at home. You know what I mean? We could not you. I'm talking about like so we could have Annie at home streaming, minding the house, doing the shit, and we could have Robert at home streaming, minding the
That's gonna be a pretty tough sell.
It would be. If I said goat and cowboy, he'd be like, "Here, you can stay." Dang it. Leave the women's at home so Tibbers is at home.
I'll throw her own party to my chicken.
You know what? Honestly, I want to do a streamer meetup so bad. After all this is over, because we have so many streamers in the DFW area alone. That's in our group.
Yeah.
Also, I keep putting my brush down. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I want to do it so bad.
Perfect. That's
After
so
the
much
19th,
better.
is that move weekend? It won't be in March, that's for sure. Yeah. No, the thing is, Karen would just show up and be like, she's honestly, I enjoy when Karen is at family functions more than most of my extended family.
True.
Karen's just honestly just an amazing human. Oh, speaking of extended family, my freaking cousin is getting his first PC.
That's right.
I like how in like a normal, I guess not normal, but in like a lot of social groups it'd be like, oh yeah, my cousin's having his first kid, or getting married, or like my cousin's getting his first PC.
Yeah.
I love it. It makes me happy.
Well, he's always been like a tabletop gamer
Cool.
and console gamer,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty excited about it.
That's exciting.
Also, I want you to know, he posted it online. I was like, hey guys, we have a first PC. And I tagged Melissa and was like, oh, Melissa, where do we even start? She's like, Rust. Start with Rust.
Good. Private server, maybe?
No. Shoot, man. Also, you're looking at a new PCs today. Oh, goat. Oh, goat. So what's the thing you're looking forward to most in your streaming setup? Like, what's the thing? What's your thing? Also, do you guys have anything that you're like not like new graphics card and shit that you're wanting to upgrade? But like, do you have
I
any
am
like?
shopping for a new graphics card.
I've got a half-built PC sitting on my desk that I'm still waiting for parts on.
Do you have anything that isn't lame? Like something like superficial that you want?
Yeah, I still want a camera that like points outside. Okay, there's a few things. I want a camera that points outside. I want a lens that'd be better for taking photos of miniatures, and I want a black box where I can like take photographs of miniatures with like correct lighting. Those are all things that I want that are like PC adjacent.
Yeah. Parts like in the mail
I kinda
or
got-
unable to find what you're looking for.
I have one part that I bought that's been
Grims's?
shipping for 3 months.
Grimser's currently building his first PC setup right now.
And I have one part that just doesn't, like, literally doesn't exist anymore. As like they discontinued making it before they even made it.
Rough.
And I'm like, oh no.
Sticker bashing this kid. I'm gonna wait until the paint is done. Yeah, be patient.
Yeah, I don't really have much like aesthetic upgrades on my stream, to be honest. Like, I kind of bought a green screen specifically so I didn't have to worry about any of that bullshit.
That's not true. That can't be true. Your PC looks too good from the outside.
What do you mean?
Like
I
on
mean,
the
yeah.
outside of your case, it looks good.
No, yeah, like
No, that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about like how he doesn't have to fill his room with aesthetic stuff to like show up on stream because he's got a green
Yeah,
screen.
but that doesn't mean you don't want it. I
mean, if I were to-
saw what's called a Halo locker today. It looks so good. So it's like it's like a set that you put your controllers on, and then you put your extra batteries in. And it's fucking beautiful. It literally looks like a locker.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I think that if I had anything that would be in that, it would be like mini related stuff, like finding a storage / display area for my minis.
You did say that.
Has been on my list for a hot minute.
That's a good idea.
Laughs and
I keep putting it
VTuber.
off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
B2 Ryan.
Oh my gosh. Also, Private Scuffle says shipping for 3 months. Someone swimming it to America?
Yeah. I was shipping from Japan, and apparently when I bought it, they were like, hey, by the way, this might take up to like 3 months, like 90 days, because it has to go through particular US customs right now that are like super messed up, where like shipping any of these kinds of like electronic pieces over, just it waits in customs for forever. Like, be aware that that's going to be a thing. And we're closing up on that 90-day mark, and I'm like, uh-oh, it still hasn't changed. Am I ever even going to get this part? But even if it shows up, it doesn't really matter that much, because, I mean, I still don't have a graphics card. So.
One of my old coworkers actually just recently posted that they got some new chairs that were like recycled or upcycled, and they were made from old refrigerators.
Cool.
In like Denmark or Norway. And I was like, yeah, they make these cool furniture pieces out of recycled refrigerators. So when it went through customs, for some reason it had to go through like the FDA.
Because it was a refrigerator.
Because it was a refrigerator. And it got stuck because of like food related reasons.
That's funny.
That's real good. Yeah, I think that the only other thing that I'll be looking at recently, like currently like semi shopping for a graphics card. I'm not super close, but I'm coming up on wanting to look at a chair upgrade legitimately. Because I had originally bought like a super cheap chair, and then they had misshipped and sent me one that had a like back massager in it, but that back massager just meant that the overall quality of the chair was not as good because it was the same price. So I knew it was going to come up eventually. I'm not there yet, but I'll eventually be in that chair shopping zone.
You lucked out on your Macross kit. Like price wise? Or like, honestly, I should get a new chair too. I'm currently using the one that I took from the office at work. Preach. I mean, not my gaming chair, but every other thing in my house is literally like...
The screen
Is
these
perfectly
chairs
that we bought from the store.
Man, it's a big deal when I buy something, like furniture-wise.
Dude, tell me that, and I'm in the same boat. I have a hard time buying stuff.
Like, I'm really proud. I've got a pair of sweatpants that I got for $1 from Walmart, and they're perfectly good sweatpants. You know what I mean? Like, if I can get, like, if it's out of season, or if it's, like, slightly used, I will, and it's not something I care about, like, I don't know. I'm just such a... wait on graphics cards because I paid $289 for a non-overclockable 1050 Ti. Wait, what? You paid $289 for a non-overclockable 1050 Ti.
Yeah, graphic card prices are a little bit jacky. It's real great when you're looking at like the graphics card prices and you're reading a review website and it's like, yeah, this graphics card's like really good for the price. It's like $300 for most retailers, and you go to those retailers and it's like, yeah, that's about $750. Like, hold on. That this website I was just looking at said it was going to be $300. What happened?
I had been shopping for webcams for like 6 months. It had been sitting in my cart, and then COVID hit. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably gonna start, streaming pretty soon. I'm gonna just, I'll get it. We'll do the group stream. Go to checkout. It's $100 more. And I was just like, what? There's no way I can justify this. This is just a craze. Man, I'll come back to it.
It's just a phase, Mom.
Now
I
you'd be
out.
lucky to get it for $100 more.
I like super lucked out because when I was looking to do my upgrades, Colin had just upgraded to his camera, and what had the exact webcam that I was about to get for like way overpriced.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Because it was like right when all that started, and it was like it's like a $50-$60 webcam or something, and people were trying to sell it for like $200.
I have purchased virtually zero of the furniture in my house, got a bed, or at least half of it as a birthday gift, a bunch of furniture from varied coworkers, and a couple things from my brother too. Yeah, dope. Legitimately, 10 out of 10 would recommend to anybody. Get your stuff from other people.
I don't know though, there is also something kind of nice about like the furniture actually like fully being yours.
I feel
Like I just recently went through throwing out this dresser that I've had basically my whole life. That I had taken from my parents' house, and like got a new dresser and put it together myself, and I love my new dresser so much more.
Yeah, I mean, I get that also. I'm like that with vehicles.
I'm super all for the like.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't buy used.
I have a particular, like, I understand that there's classics and that there's retro and cool, and like I would kill for a 67 Chevy in seafoam green, like old school pickup. If anybody wants to Venmo me, like, they don't.
Oh,
I just
You shouldn't say that.
I mean, it would only be like $100, and it would sit in my yard for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, please don't do it.
Well, you also have to consider all the HOA bills.
Yeah,
for all the
please don't do
fines.
it. So, I would love to have a classic, but I wouldn't be able to take care of it. So that's a wish for if I ever became a billionaire and had an empty garage that I wanted to fill.
You do have an empty garage.
That was good. I do not have an empty garage. I currently have a garage that's full of shit that I can't even park my own vehicle in. So, anyways, if I'm buying a vehicle, I want it to be brand new. But that's me. Because I buy my vehicles and I don't lease them or rent them or do anything like that typically.
Vehicles, I think, are really high up there. I heard all of my Lexus for this. Vehicles are really high up there as the like. It feels really good to like own this thing and like have it fully be yours. Like vehicles, pets, and then furniture is like furniture's on the list, but it's farther down the list than vehicles and pets.
GPU market is not getting better. Papa! Hughes is my favorite. I love my Lexus to bits. Yeah. I just want my current truck to never die so I don't have to bother with it.
Preach.
True.
My current car could just last forever. I'd be chill with it.
I
I just want like electric cars to not be shit.
I recently had an experience that has to do with my truck. So I drive a 2009 Dodge Ram that I purchased and bought on my own, and it's perfect and I love it. It smells no bunny. And I went to go get an inspection. It's got like 60,000 miles on it or more. And the guy at the counter, me and Robert walk up, and one of the guys was like, looks Robert in the face and is like, it's really nice to have a truck with that many miles on it so taken care of. And I was just like, hi. you saw him drive up in a Charger. Like, this is my truck. Like, I didn't actually say that to him, but I was just like, yeah, thanks. It was real awkward because Robert was just like, I don't even know. I don't talk. Good talk. Sports. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm so prideful of my truck, and I'm so prideful of certain things. Like, I love my dogs to death. I love my truck to death. But I guess I also, it's not that, like, shelter pets are good.
Absolutely, shelter
I like-
pets are amazing. Well, I think that what I mean by that is not necessarily like buying new versus used. With the pet thing, I mean like having. I mean that's what you were just just saying.
It's right. It's the right terminology to use.
But I think with pets specifically, it's kind of like when you have your first pet that's your pet.
Yes.
It's such a huge difference than
not
like
your
a
parents'
family pet or
Your sister's pet.
PC parts builder.
Honestly, that's how I feel about girlfriends too, just like new or used.
Yeah. I can't even say the joke. I can't even.
Don't do it. Nope.
I literally can't
People
even.
are people. People have rights.
Yeah.
Truck I got in 23 I can read. Good years, I'm sure I'll get another 23. Oh my gosh. Why is PC Parts Builder selling a Thing 5700 XT for $13.99?
I don't know what that means.
So, like,
I assume
the
it's
top end
overpriced.
graphics cards for AMD and NVIDIA are significantly more expensive than they actually are. So probably the reason why PC Parts Picker is putting it on there for that is because the only place you can get it is from eBay, and everything on eBay is just like scalpers reselling for like $500 markups.
Mhm.
So what's weird is that like even Amazon right now, because I know like individuals can sell on Amazon, or like there's some kind of way to sell on Amazon weirdly.
Yeah.
But like there's scalper sold stuff on eBay, right? Or not, I mean on Amazon right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Which is,
it's
like, wild.
rather easy to get an Amazon store. The actual qualifications to have an Amazon store are about the same that it does to get like Twitch affiliate. Someone who has an Etsy shop and who can afford to have an Etsy shop running and like produce product on a regular basis and show that you can produce product consistently can also have an Amazon store. And which is cool. Also, I like Amazon products on the back end. I think that they're dope. However, the Amazon back end for having an Amazon store sucks as an owner and as someone selling product, because like Defender was one of the places that I helped run the Amazon side of that store, and it was just psycho because the program itself wasn't good.
I wonder if that's changed at all. That was quite a few years ago.
Probably. Oh, has it?
Yeah, it was quite a few years ago now.
Indeed it was.
Wait. Was that like 2016?
It was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I've been with Tyler for like 3 years at this point.
How? Okay.
I just need.
The graphics card that I wanted was the 3080 Ti, which they decided to postpone the production of because they were like, you know what? We don't even have enough to make the graphics cards we do have out. We probably shouldn't release new graphics cards then. So they're like, well, we're pulling the plug on this. It's unfortunate.
So what makes something a TI?
They're typically the, it's just like a naming it's a naming convention for a card that has like a similar infrastructure, but with just usually beefed up hardware. So like, I don't remember exactly what the difference between the 2080 and the 2080 Ti is, but I think it was how much VRAM and how much video card memory. I don't remember. It's been so long since I was looking at those stats now that I can't even.
Hello,
remember them, but-
Dallastain. Welcome back.
Something along the lines.
But it's basically
there's
like that card,
little
but
bit
slightly
nicer.
better.
Okay. Also, I'm gonna send.
And the main reason why I even care is because the card that I do have is pretty good, and the 3080 is not necessarily like a huge upgrade over the card that I do have, but the 3080 Ti would be like a decent enough upgrade over the card that I have to justify it. But then like now it's not getting produced, so I'm kind of out of luck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I really want a 3080, but there is no one out there making a pre-built with 3080 in it. So it comes down to either 3070 or the 6800. I'd rather have the 6800 over the 3070. If I were to choose between the two. The
Honestly-
6800 is the AMD one, right?
Yeah, if you could even get your hands on like if you get your hands on a 2080 Ti or like a 1080 Ti, like those 1080 Ti cards, if you could find one for cheap, like they still
I think that the
pack a punch.
1080 Ti is what Robert currently runs.
No, it's what he's got a 2, and I've got a
2080?
10. Yeah, I think he's got a 2080, and I have a.
And those
1080.
cards are still pretty strong.
Like, I can run Rust, and I can run most games. I think that my computer might struggle with Tarkov or something like Tarkov, but like,
Well, yeah, because Robert upgraded from the graphics card that you have to his new graphics card because he was struggling with Tarkov, right?
I think he was struggling with Rust.
Well, no, it was the Tarkov grass textures, remember?
No, that's what would cause him to get the new one.
Oh.
We haven't made that jump yet.
Also, the problem with like Rust and Tarkov is that they've historically been not very well optimized. So like, there was a good portion of time where I think it was with Doomer, where like I had a better graphics card than Doomer did by a lot, and he was running Rust much more smoothly than I was because the game is just not necessarily perfectly optimized.
Yeah.
I think games like that definitely have to deal with like, well, it's kind of like the Medium. So like the Medium was just released, and the crowd of people, community of people said this game's amazing. I can't run it, and I've got a 3080. What the heck, you know?
Yeah, very, very typical for new games these days.
And they're just like, this is why would you release something that the best of the best gaming PCs can't run, blah blah blah. And they're like, because we're not gonna halt our game product to wait for computer parts to catch up.
That's just bullshit PR, though.
Yeah, and I was just like,
that's just like them saying we don't have enough time production pipeline to actually make our game optimized, so we can't do the things that you're supposed to do for video game development because we're in crunch time constantly, and the overhead over us is saying you have to push this game out now. So we had to push the game out now. We didn't get a choice.
meanwhile, they shouldn't have been worried about the fucking quality of the game. They should have been worried about the fucking community that they were gonna trigger. I am so mad about it. Don't recommend. It's pretty, but I don't recommend it.
There's a lot of things in this world that are pretty that are not recommended.
Pretty, not recommended, yeah. Grimser says, I just want something for running an HP Reverb G2. That is a VR setup, right?
Oh,
The Reverb.
cool.
Yeah, Grimser is kind of a VR junkie. Not perfectly optimized. Kindest way to put Rust. Doomer says.
Yes.
I hope that
Listen.
someone talks about me the way that Colin talks about Rust. You know what I mean? Like, not perfectly optimized.
I mean, Rust has
Beautiful
come a
game.
long
Beautiful
way.
game. Just not...
Rust is a lot better than it was 5 years ago. Too,
And
so.
and that's also kind of a thing where it's like
Are we
the
still talking about me?
Yeah, you're a lot better than you were 5 years ago.
Wait, did you? Yeah, you knew me 5
We all
years
knew you
ago.
5
How-
I knew you probably, what, 10 years ago now? We've known each other for, what, 10 years? Something like that?
I don't know. You're like 18, right?
Like 28.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoops.
I was at coaching today, and Antoinette, our coach, said something along the lines of like, "Yeah, I really enjoy like having people your guys' age in that like 18 to 25 range. It's like really ideal." It's like,
Oof.
I'm not.
I'm in this picture. Here you go.
Dude. Oh, he's little boys. He's got little toe beans.
Toe bean.
That's perfect.
Also, I need more cat pics
All right, yo.
of toe beans. Goat, if you're
Oh,
still
where we
here.
at? Here we go. This is my
Wait.
Griffin boy.
Dooms, do you have a pet right now?
This is beautiful.
You don't, right? I'm pretty sure you don't.
Toe beans.
Coolly.
Hi, Cooley. Hey,
Welcome
buddy.
back.
Now we get to paint the little guy.
I can get you some.
I can get you some cat pics.
I just want to
Thank
see
you,
Toby,
Dustin.
just to be sure. Just to be.
Oh, you're still the youngest person at your work. That's crazy.
Also, I love VR, especially VR chat. I want to try and VR-based design. What's BDO? BDO is called Black Desert Online. It is an MMO.
It is a Griffin Cooley.
It's a really good game. More importantly, if you remember, do you remember way back when I had an Excel spreadsheet that was like 50 by 25 and it was full of horse names? And I would breed and sell and do It's not a horse breeding simulator.
It's an MMO that's
But
got
it's
like
got
a lot
a
of.
really fucking cool horse system.
Is an MMO that has a whole bunch of like life simulation stuff as like adjacent side content that you can interact with, and like a big part of the game is like traveling around the world to get to place because there's no fast travel, and so like the main way of doing that is on horseback, and so there's like a built-in system for like catching, taming, and breeding horses to like be faster. And so that was a big subset of that game, was that you could do that as a thing. You could also like get really into fishing or property management, I think was like a thing in that game.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the stuff that they had, but there was like, it was just a bunch of side content for the MMO that you could interact with.
But it's got a story to it, to the world. But you go around and you kill monsters. If any of you caught the Guild Wars 2 that Paradox and I played on a Throwback Thursday not too long ago, it's very similar to Guild Wars or
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Yeah, I was trying to think of one that she's probably seen me play. Are there any other MMOs that are?
BDO.
Yeah, BDO.
Destiny.
Oh yeah, Destiny, sort of. But it is cool.
Hey,
Cooley.
Cooley! Making it over the Odin's Eye side.
What's
Hello,
up, my
buddy.
dude? This isn't
White paint
going.
is hard to work with.
This baby griffin has some terrifying implications. Oh, sorry.
What do you mean?
It has cat paws.
Right, because it's part lion.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But adult griffin have
Talons?
talons.
Oh. So its cat paws turn into eagle talons at some point as it's growing up. That's a painful sounding process.
Ooh, Angels Online, Perfect World Online are two of those. Kind of late to this one. Monster Hunter that Ryan plays.
Yeah. Monster Hunter is very MMO-like. Speaking of which, Rise is going open beta, I think, or like the demo is getting released this weekend.
Is that the one for the Switch?
Yeah.
And is it made by the same creators who created Monster Hunter?
Yeah. Monster Hunter's never really changed hands as far as I know.
When is League or Riot Games coming out with their MMO?
In probably 7 to 10 years. Realistically, somewhere in
7 to 10 days.
They
please.
just recently started hiring devs to start working on it, so it's going to be a long time. I'm more interested in when their fighting game's going to come out.
No.
I think
Yeah.
that'll be super fun.
I think their
will
fighting
be
game and
cool.
their RPG are due way before their MMO.
Yeah.
Wild Rift's been kind of popping off.
Dude, that's coming out this month for North America.
Isn't that the mobile thing, or is that
Yeah,
the...
it's the League of Legends mobile. It looks pretty good, honestly. Like,
I actually played a lot of... can't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah,
that mobile... MOBA.
I remember that.
Boxbox plays it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what that game is called anymore.
It starts with a V, I think.
It wasn't like Valengard or No.
Valorant.
No, but there was a mobile only MMO that I actually played for a long time because I didn't have
Neverwinter for a year.
access to PC.
Yes.
So I played this mobile MOBA, and it was actually like really, really totally fine. Like, you expect it to be an awful experience, but it's really just not. It's actually just a good experience.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Grimser says I kind of want to do a throwback stream with some friends doing Quake.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man, I'm
Have
not.
you been
I would
keeping
watch
track
it.
of
I would watch it.
Rocket Jump Ninja's mouse that he's coming out with?
No.
No.
Yeah, he's the guy who does the mouse reviews, the same ones that you watched when you were looking to buy your mouse.
Okay.
Well, he eventually was like, what if I just
Make my
made
own
my
mouse?"
own mouse? And so pre-orders are going to be opening up sometime this month. For
What
his-
kind of mouse is it?
It's
you know?
a wired mouse. It's a
You know what? Like
the company is like Zyfree, but the whole concept for his mouse design was, I want to make a new mouse shape that like is. I feel like the only difference that you can make with mice these days, because everything else about mice has all been homogenized, the only innovative way that you can change mice these days is shape. And I think shape is king. And I think I can make a mouse that's shaped in a way that will actually make a difference. So his mouse shape is different and unique.
That's cool.
It's kind of like, it's like flat fronted, and then it's, I can actually probably bring it up and show you.
that'd be dope. Yeah, I would
I'm
love
gonna buy
to see
one
what that guy
because-
comes up with. You are?
Yeah, I need a new mouse, so I was like, I want to support him. I've been watching his content for years. I feel like this would be a cool thing to try, and if it sucks, then whatever, I'll do it for a mouse.
Yeah. But like, I was actually at a dream not too long ago of whenever you what's it called, Rick and Mortis? Whenever you die, when your hand crumples up and fully relaxes, like meh, right? What shape does it take? I know it typically like curls in, but before it goes into like rigor mortis, what is your limp hand shape? Because isn't that where you would want your?
I mean, that's what
the
ergonomics is all about.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't you want your
I don't know. I think everybody's hands are different size, so
yeah? So could you custom order something to like fit
I'm
in
like
your?
a hand mold.
So yeah, when I was looking at my mouse and stuff, it's like I have big hands. Like, I'm not like being rude or anything to like people who have big hands, but like I can palm a basketball. But the problem is I still have like not wide enough hands to like, when a mouse is big, it still is like, oh man, like it's uncomfortable. So I like playing with smaller mice, like width wise. And also I'm a fingertip grip I'm not a palm grip and I'm not a claw grip. I'm a straight fingertip grip person, which I didn't realize until a while in. So a lighter mouse or a smaller mouse that's just based off a fingertip, like if I could do a keyboard that's just like clickable, just like something like this, I think I would dominate. Like if it was just a thing that I could move around that was super small, I think I would dominate.
They're made some insanely light mice recently too. But I have the video.
It always makes
Take a
me
look at it.
Yeah.
thinking about that stuff always
Do you
makes
wanna
me
link that in the
feel
chat,
like
too?
Yeah.
listen, compared to all of my gamer friends and all of the gamers I've known in my entire life, I've been Goku training in the hyperbolic time chamber of mice for the past like 10 years.
I don't know, man.
So
'Cause I have this, like,
there's a few things about it that aren't set in stone, like the color, and then one thing that's hard to notice with a first look, but all the areas where you actually put your hand on that mice don't have holes on them. Mm-hmm. So that's nice, because I like that a lot. But the shape is very
That's very
different.
similar to the newest Razer mouse.
yeah.
Like really similar.
But yeah, I think it should be cool. I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It looks clean. I personally am not a huge fan of the holes in mice.
Yeah, me neither.
Because it just, my keyboard's nasty as freak as is. So like, give me a mouse that has holes in it. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
You mean Vegeta? Goku was up in heaven
I'm pretty
training.
sure that Goku did way more weighted clothing training than Vegeta did. Because Vegeta always used tech to do his weighting. I'm not training with increased gravity. I'm wearing weighted. I have a weighted mouse.
I mean, I used to be that way, but then I was like, I'm gonna just stop making shit hard for me.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I'm so used to this mouse. Like, it's so not a big deal. But I remember when I first bought it, I was like, man, this is crazy.
The keyboard that I used to use 2 keyboards ago, where it was very clicky and had some resistance. Whereas the mouse that I'm currently on has the closest
Getting
you can get
another rat,
to
oh no.
the MX, the red cherries or whatever. Not having any resistance just is, or to like no resistance is so nice.
Yeah.
It's still mechanical. Okay, it's adorable.
It is adorable.
I'm actually mad about it. It's so cute.
I'm the same way. Like I love the low to no resistance keys on keyboards. I really like light mice. The wireless mouse that I have right now that I had bought for work that I currently use as my mouse for everything is super light. But they made an even lighter version of it recently.
You know what is it? Is it SteelSeries?
No, it's the Logitech
yeah.
Wireless Pro.
You got me, Melissa. You have successfully gatekeeped me.
Oh no, what does Melissa say?
Melissa says
Melissa says
good scrub, I think is what she said.
Okay.
Um,
Rude.
Grimzer says, mouse-wise, I'm debating on getting another RAT. Okay.
I had a rat mouse when I was in high school and college that I really liked. It had like those removable weights and stuff, but eventually it broke down, and then like they didn't really have another.
How many hours a week did you play though? You know?
I mean, I had it for a really long time, and I played non-stop on it, so it was a good mouse. I liked it, but I don't think I would ever buy one again, just because like my taste in mice has changed a lot.
Now I need the purple.
I bought a set of ink yellows for building a new keyboard. Or I&K yellows. Are those switches? I'm not gatekeeping, just stating facts. Sir, I love you. I mean, yeah. I'm not saying that that's the same thing. I'm just saying.
I should have not made a lazy, oversimplified joke.
Oh no!
Instead of been.
So I think the thing is, I have another streamer that I follow, Jordan Kelby, that most of you I think know by now because I bring him up. He specifically does not like talking about Star Wars while streaming, and almost will refuse to do it, because of how on the fence Star Wars can be, and how gatekeepy or how like that's not correct that people can get.
Actually.
So I totally get that vibe though. But honestly, for me, it's like if I mention anything about Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek, the Cowboys,
Starlight, Star Bright, the stars at night.
Doctor Who, whatever it is, at least I know of its existence enough to be saying something about it. Star Guardians. Stargate Atlantis. Did I already say that?
I don't know.
But yeah. I'm from Jordan Kelby's community. Yeah. Dude, he's actually really dope. You know, I rarely ever get time anymore, like during work, to like hang out in people's chats, which is when he streams. So it's been particularly rough, but to like support my day streamers. But I actually got to stop in today and say hi.
Nice.
I asked him to stream, like, I enjoy like going into the different like channels that are about the same size as most of the ones gaming channels and be like, hey, how's it going? Also, this is something that one of my other streamers just dealt with. You know, how would you approach this? Or like, well, how are you coping with this thing? I just recently had someone, it was kind of a huge deal. I was in between shows, watching a TV show with Robert, and I'm interested as how like you guys would actually handle this or how you would approach the subject. Because I haven't talked to you guys about it, which is weird. But so yeah, I was in between shows and checking like my email, checking to see who's online, seeing who I could lurk in their chat, and I pull up my friend Shaman Steve's chat. And he's just streaming, doing his thing. He's actually washing dishes. Like, just straight on stream, doing the dishes.
And hey man, if it gets you to do the dishes.
Yeah, I mean, it was so, like, he's an amazing personality and also just, like, is a really good music artist. And so it was just, like, him low-key just, like, it was 10 out of 10. But I opened a stream, because you know when you preview someone's stream, you, like, see the very beginning usually, and then it clips to them live. So I see his face, and I click onto it, and there hit this him in, like, almost near tears. Because he has someone in his chat saying, like, I don't want to be here anymore, like, saying very, like, not okay mental health level of stuff, and just, like, your chat is the only reason that, or, like, your stream's the only reason, blah, 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 blah. I was just coming in to, like, say my goodbyes, essentially, right? And he's just like, no, like, talk to us, like, talk to me. And he's just like, so of course I don't watch my show. And I'm like sitting there with Robert and I'm like, here's the hotline, here's the this, here's the that, here's the this, here's the that. And it's like, man, if this was happening to any of my friends that were streaming or anybody that's like, every one of us is part of some online community in some way. Like, how equipped are you to deal with some of that stuff? You know, and like, how do you react? Do you take it seriously? You know, because I've seen some streamers be like, yeah, man, suck, like, blah, 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 and, like, brush it off. And then I've seen some do the opposite, which is like, no, man, like, tell me what's going on, or, like, we're here for you, like, join the Discord, you know.
Yeah, so I'll say first that, like, Dr. K, who usually does interviews with streamers, right, talking about their mental health problems that they're experiencing.
Also, pardon the dogs, they're currently coming up.
He's talked with a couple of streamers who have talked about that idea, right? Of like, how do I, as a streamer, like, how do I help the people that need help on my stream? Like, how I can't take the burden. Like, there's just too many people. There's too many people that need help. There's too many people for me to interact with, or like I don't know how to interact with them. Like I don't know them. I don't know their life. How do I help them? And like that being like a recurring
I'm so
problem.
sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna get their beds out so they're not click-clacking around. Hi, puppies. We missed you. Oh, stop.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Very, very sorry about that. Unfortunately, we can't control when they decide that they're gonna come out. And our setup is very tail level.
Yes.
Colin is working on his bull minotaur guy.
Yeah. He is the like big horned demon guy. Currently working on painting his sword, which I think I maybe found a color scheme that I like. We'll see. We'll see.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You know, you're fine. I was intentionally making that awful.
Okay.
Yeah, Jenny and Danny, man. The thing is, they're adorable. And you can't, when you're leaving, like, their room or something, if they're on the other side of the door, it's so hard to be like, you stay. Because they're just like, why? Why do you hate me? Nope. Anyways, you were saying, I'm so sorry.
That's pretty much all I had to say. Like, I don't even remember necessarily what the conclusions were out of those conversations. Just that, like, it is a problem that a lot of streamers deal with. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have struggled to come up with answers, and, like, especially as your audience grows and you start having more people, like, how can you help the people that need help, or get the help, or do, like, isn't even your responsibility? Is it even, like, morally right for you to do? Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. I don't feel well equipped, no. Like, if somebody was in my chat that needed help, I don't think I feel very well equipped to help them.
What about you, Pariah?
I think that the like size of the platform really matters a lot. Where it's like, if you're on the level that like we're at, where we're usually just talking like one or two people at a time, it's not particularly any more difficult than like Colin coming to me with that situation. Mm-hmm. Like, be a friend, be an ally, give them resources, and try, just do your best sort of thing. When you start getting into the like being in a bigger situation where you can't like actually like or if you're in a situation where you're like not mentally capable of helping people deal with that situation, then that's when it's good to have like rapid fire resources where they can go to get help, because that not only shows that you care, but like it's doing something without actually having to do something.
Do you want to see something I set up like literal months ago and I'm just now remembering that I set up? Hold on, let me try it. I'm the best. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Nice.
For context, she just posted something in her chat.
No, I'll bring it over. Don't you worry. Chat. I don't know how to bring that over here. I'm gonna bring it over to Owens. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's a different computer.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I 10 out of 10. Do
This like
got
white
you.
beam.
Got you. So if anybody has exclamation point like command help in my chat, that's what will pop up like every time. But I can't. That was around like Christmas
Good
or
time.
just after Christmas maybe. That I was like, man, I should really like. Nah, I mean. But I don't know, man. Yeah, so those name, I think the best you can do is to be able to give them the hotline numbers or professional contacts, especially if you're not comfortable talking about those topics. Grimzer says, like my own mental state is already enough of a mess, I don't know if I'd be equipped to handle the hypothetical. And then Scuffle says, I feel like a lot of it depends on the chat as well. Them providing resources and trying to give a hand will get a lot different of a response than if the messages just get a flood of Kappa spam or something. So in Shaman Steve's chat, dude, it was so empowering and so like, fuck yeah, Twitch community! Because there was just people like, you're worth it, we're your friend, like here, like just spamming this kid, right? And just like being like, hey, we want you here, we want to see you here tomorrow, let's get a roll call check-in, let's do this. Like giving the kid a sub just so that he can have something that makes him feel important, like sort of like it was such
having the community backbone there is like a really, really big deal.
Yeah.
Especially because like as you're growing as a streamer and as you're growing your community, like you want to have people like that in your chats that are capable of doing handling those situations, but also just like people in your community who are supportive community members who can also
who
pour
take
into
mental health seriously too.
Yeah.
I think of things like the whole healthy gamer community and stuff like that.
What are you referring to?
Which is the like, that's
Dr. K
that's
stuff,
Dr.
right?
K stuff, which is the like, a huge built community Discord group and outreach programs around helping gamers and helping the Twitch community with mental health issues. And that style of like how Twitch, I feel like to a certain degree has evolved beyond just like being Kappa spams and turned into way better at like actually building communities and like having people care about each other and like, I don't know, like I feel so much better about Twitch these days than I did when it
For sure. Like, I think that if someone said something like that in like Ms. Kiff's chat, like it would probably that wouldn't necessarily be a chat where you would be receiving help from my brief experience with Mizkif. No,
Is that just
no
because
shame on
he's
him
so
as
large?
because he's so large, and like the chat tends towards that kind of like memey, jokey side.
Yeah, I mean, I think there may be even some hope for situations like that. Just due to the fact, I don't know. Maybe not. I think the biggest downside is definitely the size.
Yeah.
In that one, for sure.
Yeah, like I definitely think that the biggest thing is the size.
You know, just today that I was telling someone that I'm a child.
Well, yeah.
But it's really making it so display
I
today.
have a question. If you put Mizkif in a group of 10 people, in its private group stream,
Yeah.
and someone said that, do you think he would, as a person, would react in the same way?
I think he would respond positively.
Yeah, I
sure.
think for the majority of those large streamers, if you've got thousands of people waiting for rust drops and somebody says something and you don't see it, or even if you do see it, like, that's what your mods are for, that's what your bots are for, that's what your stream community is for.
Right.
Like, you can't expect that from someone at a rally trying to preach to everyone on an individual level.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, and then also Dalsim says the other sad fact is you'll get sometimes the people that are just trying to say stuff to get attention or disrupt chats. You know, the actual thing is it's the cry wolf syndrome, that if you assume that there's a chance that someone is lying or being over dramatic or not telling the truth, then and you treat it as that being the chance, it changes your genuine response and your ability to like process that information when it does happen.
Yeah.
So if you treat every situation as the absolute truth and not as a troll, it makes you a better person. Like, it makes your group healthier, it keeps your mindset healthy. The moment that you're like, man, did that really happen? Are you really feeling this way? Or are you just doing it? Like, the moment you allow yourself, you become toxic yourself. And you can't let people control you like that. Like, it's sometimes it's like really hard because it's emotionally taxing when people bring their garbage to you, right? When they bring in the worst of the worst and they're saying, here's my worst of the worst. But they're bringing it to you for a reason. It's either because they think that you can handle it or they trust you, or because they have no one else.
And weird parallel. It's very similar to like your approach, and I feel like a pretty good approach to like dealing with video game cheaters and hackers, which is like if you take on the mentality that like that person may have been hacking or cheating, then all of a sudden it starts tainting literally everything that you do, and every interaction that you go into is like anyone playing well is all of a sudden a cheater or a hacker or whatnot.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Really good, because I am that way. And when I see other people being like hacks, cheater, fucking cheater. Like, yeah, we can play it back and see the guy fly hacking in the tree, shooting us with one-shot headshots with a crossbow. Like, we see you, dude, you cheating. But the thing is, in that moment, if I'm like, cheater, you get this sense of overwhelming helplessness. You take away the game aspect. The ability, like, a whole thing about, like, competition in games is the idea of, like, everything's 50-50. You're gonna win, you're gonna lose. There's a sense of, like, actually playing. If you allow that person to take that away from you, it ruins the whole game. So, yeah, the moment that someone, like, mentally is like, cheater, I'm like, man, don't let it get to you. If they're cheating and you're doing your best, that's all you can do. Like, and they're gonna get called out, they're gonna get banned, and they're gonna have to buy a new account. Bye, you're a loser. That's the biggest thing. If they're cheating, they're the loser. You trying is not losing.
Yeah, I will say that like one of the most refreshing things about playing League of Legends is that like there aren't really cheaters. Like the times when you're running into a cheater is so infinitesimally small that has never even crossed my mind. And that is like a really healthy feeling that you don't get in some other games unless you like work on that mentality.
And if you're too caught up in that mentality, it transitions from being a cheater related thing and goes into like game bugs or like
Yeah.
interactions not going how they should, or like
That's true too.
the game being broken, and just like as more excuses that get piled onto that.
Yeah.
You see it in the chess community a lot, where the chess community is really, really good about, or not really good, really bad about like jumping on to people being cheaters.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to cheat in chess.
Right.
I think honestly, also bye Grimzer. I wish you luck on your training. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.
Oh.
But right, that makes those situations so difficult. Yeah.
Is it possible to cheat in League? I feel like it would be super, super hard. Regular gameplay is insane. It's definitely possible. They have a pretty robust anti-cheat software that they've recently developed, but they also have just like you can use third-party applications to like auto hit or stuff like that. Do combos are like technically impossible.
Yeah, so cheating in League is typically with scripters, which they use scripts to like make it so skill shots like track your movement and hit you.
Yeah.
Like, so they just like turn off their brain and set up the scripts, and the scripts shoot the skill shots, and they just like everyone hits you. But they're so few and far between, because I think to a certain degree League's hard to cheat on. 2, they crack down really heavily on cheaters. But 3, I think the most important thing about any game and the cheaters in any game is the like community mentality of like the community doesn't think that it's possible to cheat, and so people don't go looking for cheats, and so people don't make money off of selling cheats, and so the like it's that breeding community. As soon as a community is like engrossed in that idea that like everyone's a hacker, it's really easy to sell cheats to people.
Yes. All of
I want to
them
make
are.
the door glowy.
So all of them are changing.
Okay, I need the most changey one because I'm going to put it over the green and the purple.
No.
Yes.
So.
You can just yes.
Or I'll just grab the thing. So Turbo Dork is what we're talking about right now for those who are here for the painting. So this one, it literally, if you hold the thing up, it'll tell you what color palette actually shows through. This one's got the most purpley purples, I think, other than the one that you had. Unless I stole that one from you. This one's also very purpley.
Okay. So probably either these two are the current ones I'm looking at.
But this one's got green undertones. That
Okay.
looks really good.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what you're... I know it doesn't look like it. There's one in particular that's very...
This dark net one will be the one I use. Thank you.
And you're gonna use it on both?
Yes, ma'am.
That one?
Yeah, ma'am.
Ah, I can't make this.
You got a
You know what?
problem?
No, mm-mm. You live your own life. You make your own choices.
Oh, yeah. You're saying you're gonna paint over your
He's
paint?
Yeah, so like gloss it.
They're not see-through though.
If you thin it out, it is.
Oh. Okay.
It actively, like, if you take some water and thin that out, it still does the holographic effect over top.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've never used a Turbo Dork paint as straight paint before.
Ah, that's the only way I've used it, but I
starting to
haven't used it
completely
very much.
dominate in a game. Okay, so brief topic. A little while ago, I saw at a chess tourney there was a pretty well-established high player who was caught cheating. Oh man.
Interesting.
Do you know the do you know anything about like more details, like who it was and what tournament it was?
So you know what's
I
actually
remember hearing.
I know there's an article relatively recently about like a junior competition where some girl had like cheated in it by repeatedly going to the bathroom with her phone.
Yeah.
That's a real funny way of doing it.
But that was the only one that I can think of recently that was like in the news kind of cycle.
Also, any of y'all want a VTubing crash course, let me know. Grimser, yeah, for sure. So the only thing...
For sure, we will let you know if we want one.
Yes. For sure, you're definitely my go-to person. I haven't had a lot of time to spend with VR, and I plan on it. It's definitely coming up. So we'll see.
But VTubing's entirely its own thing.
Did he say VTubing or
I
VR?
believe you said VTubing.
Oh,
So I'm talking about both.
Yeah.
Because I really want to do VR, but I don't want to do like me. I want it to be like a VTubing if I'm doing VR chat.
okay.
VR chat specifically. I want to do mixed reality for other stuff, which
Yeah.
I'm currently
Okay.
working on.
Yeah, I think the VR chat kind of takes care of some of your avatar stuff on its own.
Yeah, but I
end.
want like a cool custom one. And then like he knows how to make all that stuff. They know all that stuff. I want it to be like Tibbers.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like you know what I mean?
You could literally be Tib.
I could literally be Tibbers.
Oh,
You
cool
could
with
be
that.
Annie, and then you hit a button and turn it into Tibbers
Yeah.
as an animation or whatever.
No, I don't want to be Annie. We already have an Annie. I like her. She's the best version of Annie. And then, very good point. Not like Everwood. I just wanted to completely dominate. Wait. Not like I ever would, but if I just wanted to completely dominate in a game by cheating and just winning 100%, I wouldn't remotely consider League as a possible option. I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do, pretty easy to get caught, and not entirely that effective if you're looking at getting, like, it kind of depends on where you're putting your own ceiling on. Like, scripting alone is not going to get you to Challenger. You know, like, it might get you into Diamond, but it's not going to get you to the top of the top. And usually that's what people care about when they're cheating, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
A lot of cheating culture there's a good chunk. It actually is very like culturally dependent.
Okay.
The reason that a lot of like Asian, like East Asian countries have really high populations of cheaters is because like failure is not an option and cheating is considered part of the succeeding process.
Yes, that makes sense.
And so like Korea and China have a super high population of people who use cheats and stuff because they don't see the cheating as morally bad, but they put way more emphasis on just winning and being quote unquote good at the game, which is only measured by success or failure. While in America, I feel like a lot more of it is kind of the like Rust, like trolley bolly, just like
how
trying to
entertaining.
like entertainment factor and like ruining other people's days factor.
I agree.
I think that's a way bigger portion of it in America.
That's pretty fair. I think even in things like Warzone and stuff, people that are cheating are often the ones that are like sitting on top of the tallest building in the game and like trying to make as many people have a miserable time as possible and aren't just like flying around killing everyone instantly as fast as they can.
Yeah, and it's sort of like it's the same thing in Rust specifically. There's a YouTuber Mimeo who does admin trolls, and his whole YouTube is built around like flying around as an admin and trolling people and like spawning in their base with a pumpkin hat on and scaring the fuck out of them and doing all this like silly stuff. That's the exact same mentality as a lot of cheaters in Rust do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We've dealt with them recently.
Oh yeah, recently?
Yeah,
That's
I've got a few clips that are
We got there was a couple that were like the harassy side, and there was a couple that were also the winny side.
Yeah.
We got raided by Derry, and a guy multiple people stream sniped us, but one of them was hacking. and like fly hacking and aim hacking and
The example that I gave earlier of the guy in the tree fly hacking, just not actually in the tree, but 50 feet up with a crossbow one-shotting you, that's very specific.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
and that one still cracks me up because like my like game sense and brain was telling me that whoever was shooting at us was shooting at us from the tree, but my logic brain was like, that's not possible. I was like, whatever, just spray the tree anyway.
See, and my brain was just like, this guy's so good! Why? I'll just run back and I'll grub up everything. It's fine. We're not actually losing anything. We're just, this guy's such a good shot. Wow, he's killing Ryan and Robert and... what?
Oh, he only gets headshots, and he gets
He's
them
so good,
over and
man.
over and over and over again.
I'm so impressed.
The thing is that like that's the mentality that you kind of have because that guy could just be like
Not
he could
good.
just be having like
Could have just been insane.
freaking great day, and it's like, holy cow, I just headshot these guys 6 times in a row. I don't know what's going on, because we've all had those moments before.
And that specific guy, he wasn't headshotting us either, which was like the part that made it like at least questionable.
Right.
He was definitely not missing, but he wasn't headshotting us.
So, and that's another thing that like kind of changes my perspective on that is like, I'm gonna say it. There are some days where I play godlike, like legendary overkill, fucking headshot, and I'm just like, I'm really not that actually good though.
Yeah.
I'm just a good day. I got some sleep. I ate some protein. Like, I'm just feeling it today, you know. And I've also like, I remember in like 2012 or something, the first time I ever like came to Texas and watched Robert play League, like over his shoulder. Like, 'cause I played with him online, bullshit, you know? But I watched him in person, and I was just like, you're not cheating. Like, I didn't think that he was, but getting that, like, man, you're just actually that good. You just click about 100 times faster than what I can physically. I can't even see. My eye cannot even see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get it. And then like that sort of thing. It's kind of like an oath.
Or watching like
Like-
StarCraft Bros.
I'm just like, how you got like that can't be real. That can't be real. Okay, that's real. That's a real person. Like, and the fact that I'm saying like that's not real, if I ever said that to like my sister who's like doing this big art piece and I'm like, that's a picture. You stenciled that. You didn't hand do that. That looks too that is so fucking shit talking and so bad of me as a person.
Or
Which
really
brings us-
endearing, depending on the way
Yeah,
you contextualize.
but-
Brings us right back to the if someone is crying wolf in your chat, intentionally trying to ruin it, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt because
Yeah, because you can literally just be shitting on someone's art, their entire life and their entire identity as a person.
walked into a room not realizing there were people there, and I just totally panicked through my cursor randomly across the room holding the trigger, and complete blind luck, I just instantly headshot both people. Briefest split second, unaimed, double headshot, and people on opposite sides. Amazing moment, but I bet they thought I was hacking. I've gotten most of my accusations come from when I was playing Pulse a lot in Siege, because I literally just had like wall hacks on. But
Dude! Well, he was playing the operator that had an ability that is very similar to being able to see through walls. That was the operator's ability, just for those who don't know. He wasn't actually cheating.
yeah, and so I'd kill someone through like 2 walls, and they just had no idea, and they were like, "What the fuck hacks?" Oh wait, never mind. You're playing Pulse.
Never mind, you're playing the operator that's your ability. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like cheating and the wait, hold on, let's go back up. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Yeah, Dallas, that's a very yes.
I think the league specifically, like a lot of new players get into that mentality of like
Every other brick is good.
cool, shiny.
It's so cool. That looks so magical. I'm mad about it.
People get really
told me my other one was
easily
too
into the
mundane.
mentality of like, oh, you know, that was a bug, or oh, so that guy's cheating or whatever, like as new players, because there's just so many interactions in the game that like you might not understand how everything in the game works and why it works and the way it works under certain circumstances. That like a lot of times people say like, oh, you know, game bug or the game's broken, it shouldn't have worked that way and stuff like that, just because they don't have a full grasp of how the game works.
Yeah.
I see that a lot.
It's both. The door is purple with green on the outside, and then I have a reflective, this dark net turbo dork, like as a wash over the entire door. And then every other brick, I also put that same turbo dork paint on, and the rest is just painted black. Purple and reflective. Also, I don't know if I actually showed this little guy that we just finished not too long ago. Same color scheme, just a little baby griffin. Put it like up here so it can not just be in my mouth. All right.
But yeah, I feel like cheating in the US isn't really about winning usually. It's either just ruining the other's game or if there's a big real money trading market, then it's just actual income's like stream for them.
Yeah.
I think I would have thought like Erie. I would have been really impressed at how well they were playing rather than thinking that they were cheating. So yeah, that is not, just for clarity, that is not my natural reaction. My natural reaction to situations like that is I've been working on it for years. To try and get in the mindset of like, there's just gonna be people who are better than me. You know, like there's just get in that mindset of assuming that the person is not cheating, because my natural reaction is to be like, bullshit, that's stupid, that's not correct, that you didn't even hit me, you didn't even hit me, where were you, your hit me, that wasn't even in my hitbox, you know, like my my emotional reaction is to be like, no way, you know. But
I remember some of that.
I realized that there is a way, that there are people who are way better at a lot of things in life, if not better at all things in life, and I have to be good at the game and try and get good at the game and still enjoy the game knowing that. So
Plus, even if they are a hacker, like, you're still dead either way. Not like you're gonna get that gear back from the Rust gods.
yeah. Well, it really, honestly, it all started back in 1990. No, honestly, my brothers and sisters were 12 years older than me. And 10 years older than me. And so their brains were also 12 and 10 years older. So they had the like frontal lobe and like brain development to be able to outplay me in most video games for the majority of my life. And they had the actual like motor skills to be able to do things a lot better than me. So I was literally like my entire life trying to like compete against this unrealistic expectation.
I was gonna wash this guy.
So whenever I actually did well or thought that I was doing well, it was really like, I'm doing my best. How come it's not good enough? That feeling is the worst. But I think it made me a better person. I think having siblings either makes you a worse person or a better person in the long run. Also, this is going so shittily. This cat just looks like he'd put his face in soot instead of it being a part of his fur.
I believe in you.
I don't. Also, I blame my brother for this.
You can do that. That's totally within your bounds. I encourage that.
I'm not gonna lie. I low-key love this guy's chocolate milk cans.
It's cute.
Chocolate milk cans?
Chocolate milk cans.
That's cute. Little wiggly butt.
Well, wake the butt. On the other side of that, you started playing video games much earlier than us, and therefore your skills have developed much stronger than ours.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
She worked harder.
I did work harder.
Yeah, it's pretty much just that.
Yeah, I think the real thing is when if Richard or my other siblings would have kept trying or kept honing their skills, it wouldn't be the case. But some people like went to the Navy and had kids and stopped, you know, honing those skills. So I got to catch up.
Some people made the mistake of trying to have a life when they could have instead just played video games.
I have no life.
I don't know what the deal with that is.
This was a terrible decision.
I can't even see you're moving it too much. This.
Oh no.
Okay, I agree. I will agree with you. I think that was a terrible decision. It's not often that I agree with your statements about your art.
I'm just gonna send a close-up picture.
I will agree with
Let me
you
see
in
it.
this particular instance.
I think this is totally salvageable.
Yes, it's fixable, but as is,
It does
Does
look a
kind of
little
look
like something that it shouldn't. My general stance is that anything is salvageable, but yeah.
We're gonna breathe. We're gonna breathe through it, and it's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be daijobu.
Everything's gonna be dyed orange. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I'm gonna send it to my brother and be like, nope. If it was bigger, I think I could do this. But there's no blending. There's no... We're just gonna go with it. Oh, man. I'm gonna try and do the thing that I used to do with canvas. Put some wet paint on the most recent layer of paint and then sort of hopefully rub off 2 layers. Get your little face in there.
Also, I'm probably gonna be wrapping up pretty soon here.
Alright, man.
This is an FYI.
It's kind of like probably about getting to that time. I'm pretty hungry.
Just in time for me to paint over this.
I'm currently starting the 3rd Griffin.
Oh, yeah? Oh, nice, actually.
I do want this one to be very much whiter, though.
What is this made
Thought you were gonna say music.
of? Like,
What is this music?
can you tell me what this bottom section of the whip's supposed to be?
Looks like bone.
Yeah, it does kind of look like bone, but isn't that kind of like weird? Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine.
Do you know those,
This anyway.
like, this is gonna be weird. You know those skin wraps that they used to put on the outside of, like, bone clubs?
Okay.
It's sort of what that looks like to me. Like, the very tip, pointy bit at the bottom would be bone, but the rest would be like a
Like a
weird leather. Yeah. So, what you guys got going on? Also, if you guys were to vote on a Discord event coming up, a movie night or watch party or Among Us or Jackbox. Anybody in the chat or anybody got any votes? I'm pretty partial to like watch parties, but that's just because I like movies.
I'd be down for a watch party. The ones that I've been in so far, though, have been a little bit awkward.
Yeah?
But I think that's just because, like, we didn't really have anyone who's, like, done the watch party thing before. No one knew what to do with their hands.
Preach.
So if it was a little more organized by you or something, that might be a little bit more enjoyable of an experience, but...
Yeah, I hadn't really been a part of watch parties before, and so I got to like set one up for the first time. That was pretty dope. That was a pretty cool experience.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to watch Raya and the Last Dragon.
That would be super dope. Among Us night. Among Us night. So we do have a few holidays coming up, St. Patty's being one of them. And typically around holidays is when we do those group streams. How do y'all feel about a St. Patty's Day Among Us night, maybe?
That'd be fun. Green beer and yelling at your friends. Sounds good. That sounds exactly like an Irish holiday to me.
No.
I've been really wanting to do some like tabletop stuff as well.
Yeah?
With like tabletop sim, like playing a card game or something like that.
That'd be fun.
I think that'd be a lot of fun as a Discord event. I know you're kind of opposed to.
I'm not opposed to it. I just think that there's a lot of games that ruin friendships, and most of them are board games.
Listen, if our friendship couldn't live through Monopoly, then maybe we shouldn't be friends.
Damn straight.
Said the last 5 friends that I've played Monopoly with.
I mean, Monopoly is kind of designed to be a miserable experience.
Yeah, that's relatively true.
Who has played Monopoly and it been a positive experience without you winning?
Me. I played at my friend's going away party. We played Monopoly from like 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. We played like 3 or 4 Monopoly games in a row. And it was quite an enjoyable, miserable experience.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't believe I won all the games. But I was quite young.
You know what would be actually super fun too? If we played phone games just like in a setup like this. Just like all have Among Us on like phone games.
Or we're all just like sitting here in front of the camera looking down at our phones?
Yep.
Or
that.
what?
Yep, that. I don't know why that just like I would watch it.
That's interesting. I mean, I'm not
Kind of just
opposed
what
to trying
Jackbox is.
it, but
Honestly. Yo, I made a mistake on this mini, and fixing it's gonna be hard.
I believe in you.
I'm actually pretty stoked about this one. It's gonna be sick.
Also, has anyone seen Raya, the new movie? No spoilers, please. Just tell me how it was.
It sounds like spoilers.
No, tell me your emotional experience, please.
I was really sad when they all died.
Oh god.
And Toothless showed up and just nuked them all.
Oh god. I'd be okay with that. Honestly, if they cross toothless with any of them. Also, I've had fun Monopoly losses, but it's deaf a game with a lower percentage satisfaction than others. No.
Plus,
they want to
the
make
greatest
an
thing
extra
about
$30
Monopoly-
beyond your Disney Plus fee. I'll wait
Yeah.
until it's free. What?
There are quite a few people who are a little bit morally opposed to that. One of the fun things about Monopoly.
Would
that
you
I've-
wait? Pause.
Okay, I'll pause.
Would you like to watch it? Because I will pay for it and then stream it to Discord.
I'll chip in for a Ryo game show night.
Let's just talk about that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm so sorry.
don't-
I just didn't want her to log off before me telling her that.
Yeah, but has she had any good like
Sorry.
what's that game called? The train one?
Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride. Has she had any good Ticket to Ride losses though?
It was actually Doomer who said that he had good losses. on
Oh,
Monopoly.
okay.
There's like a rule set in Monopoly that the like rules as intended is actually just like 20 times more awful than just playing Monopoly. Like you can there's some like rule set where you can like force people to sell you their stuff and stuff like that. Basically just like once you start taking over the game, you can just 100% take over the game and just slowly literally force people to let go of their properties.
Oh, man.
Sounds like it might end faster that way.
What do you mean? Don't people just like buy property from you and when you don't have money, you have to drop your property?
I just remember, I don't remember exactly how it worked, but I remember watching the NLSS crew play Monopoly in like a digital form, and there was some rule that none of them had known about and that I never knew about that was like, there was, I forget exactly what it was, but it was something that made the entire process like 20 times more miserable than it should have been.
I don't know why I feel like maybe my family played with that.
It's interesting how certain board games like
That I did. So it sorry. So it's not streaming it live, it's streaming it for your friends. It's the same thing as if we were to all get together in a household together in a like it's not being saved anywhere, it's not being broadcasted anywhere. It's me
Well.
purchasing a movie so that me and my friends can watch it.
yeah. You're just basically all sitting down on the couch together and watching it.
Except for I can fart whenever I please.
Well, that's not really any different, but I was saying that I think there's a lot of like those homegrown, I don't know, like super popular board games that people just all have these like weird interpretations of certain portions of the rules that some people you'll play like Yahtzee at one person's house and then go to another person's house and like, wait, what? You play with this rule? Where does it say that? And you both look in the rules and neither of the rules that you play with are in the game, and it's like, wait, how did this even happen?
Yeah.
My
I mean, that even happens to us on some games.
Yeah, definitely.
My family specifically, if there's no rule book, like if it's not in the rules, it's like written on a note or on a paper towel that was stuffed in the box. And it's got my mom's handwriting and it's like my mom's, this is the house rule sort of thing. And if that doesn't exist, it's like the oldest person there or the loudest person there gets to choose what the rule is.
Like speaking of games that we play, like I just recently found out that the whole rule of like not getting an attack of opportunity on people in D&D if you don't have like a melee weapon in your hand is not a thing. You can just like, even if you have a bow or just your fists, you can just punch people as it was an attack of opportunity.
That makes sense.
Which I know like very specifically came up recently.
I think I was talking about people complaining about the soul knife changes and it was something that had to do with attack of opportunities, and everyone was like, no, you don't even get attack of opportunities, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, like there's so many like rules in games and stuff that you just cross, like, oh hey, that was a remnant from when we built that own custom armor system and we never remembered to take that thing out of the game, and like or stuff from previous editions of different like rule books for board games. And
My dad wrote so many rules into the Scrabble dictionary.
oh,
That's gotta be my mom. Like my mom
was that Doomer that said that?
Yeah, Doomer said that.
Huh. And I could see your dad doing that. I could see your dad doing that.
So, also, I will have to say I've not had a good Ticket to Ride loss, and I also haven't a good Ticket to Ride wet. Oh, I just really didn't enjoy it. That's what Scuffle said.
Oh.
I
was specifically making a jab at Melissa.
Yeah, and she said F that game.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite like low-key house rule. ERS and like slapjacks and like old school games. We used to take like chip bowls, you know, like the big foot wide like chip bowls. We used to flip one upside down on the table. We'd take a pencil and draw on the bar.
Okay.
And then everyone had to like keep their fingers outside of this thing, right?
Uh-huh.
The like major rule of this game is keep your fingers on the outside of the darn ring. That's it. That was it.
Uh-huh.
And you know how many of my dad of him doing this? Like, I'm like, Dad, your hand. He's like, oh, no, my feet. I'm like, you're me. He's like, well, my hands are. I'm like, it's one rule. It's just one rule.
One ring rule.
The dehydrator lid. Oh my gosh. Except for Dad every single time. Dude, and it's just always like that. But like my mom will play like the Scrabble words that she knows are in the dictionary, but it's like in the Scrabble rules, it's like you've got to be able to use this in a sentence. And my mom's like, oh, well, it's right here in the Scrabble dictionary, so I can use it. And I'm like,
Here's
Mom.
one word that's like, it's like XO or something.
Yeah.
Is in the Scrabble dictionary. I love that one.
Mom, you're just you're being cheap.
I think a lot of people's mentalities changed on that with Words as a Friend's becoming popular, because a lot of people interacted with like the digital official version of like words that are in the dictionary working.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this Griffin's gonna be sick, dude.
I believe. Well, the sword isn't exactly what I was like imagining in my brain, but it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
I feel really bad for this cat. It's pretty bad. It's just, honestly, I took a really good mini and I shit all over it. But, you know, we can't all make works of art.
Okay, I think this is probably a good stopping point.
Some of us have to make Picassos.
I like that this flaming whip is basically this skull's hair.
Yeah.
Her nails, good lord. She would stab you. Yeah, I think that should have been written in the rules from the get-go.
If you leave an open wound on anyone,
You automatically lose
the round.
Also, recently, in the last year or so, I got to visit my parents, and it was a bunch of us just like hanging out and stuff. It's within the last. It's cool. That's cool. And we all got to play quarters.
Yeah.
And getting to watch my mom play quarters. And also, by the way, she's definitely not as good as what she used to be, but getting to watch her just like go through the muscle memory of playing quarters again was so much for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope.
That's cool. That was at the ranch, right?
Yeah. Like, the no ring rule was a thing too. Yeah. Man, people just, like I said, like you said earlier, if you ain't seen, you ain't trying. But like, still. Mm, I wish that I could do this. Maybe I can. I'm gonna try this.
I feel like that's gotta be the most anti-Texan kind of mentality, but maybe I don't know.
So there's two types of Texans. I'm gonna try.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dougsdale Dimmadome, and Billy the Kid.
Oh.
I don't know. Trying to come up with two types of Texans.
I'm not sure that Billy was Texan.
Probably wasn't. I was searching for a good guy cowboy, but I couldn't come up with one, so I chose to that.
You think that there's no good cowboy, or you're...
Pop culture, good guy, cowboy.
I just don't know the names of any good guy cowboys. Not that I don't think there are good guy cowboys.
Do you think that Jesse James was a good guy cowboy?
I don't know who Jesse.
Wasn't Jesse James a bad guy?
Depending on what tale you read.
These yours.
Sounds
Yes.
like a bad guy to me.
Jesse James. Yeah, it had to be bad guys. Part of Team Rocket.
Yeah, Team Rocket, dude. He was a criminal.
Meow.
A criminal.
A criminal.
Not even a good one that ended up becoming president.
So I
A little
think
bit lazier on this one.
most cowboys or cowgirls or outlaws, I just
I
honestly,
mean, if they're an outlaw,
I can only think of one good cowboy. Are you ready?
the guy with the silver bullets and the mask.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. All right, Colin, you want to see this?
Yeah. Beat. Yeah.
Are you ready for the good cowboy?
I'm ready.
Lone Star Texas Ranger.
Lone Star.
Chuck Norris.
So I'm gonna get going to sleep, so I'm gonna leave this out here for you guys. Keep
Cool,
going as
sir.
long as you want.
It
I don't need
depends.
any photos of my Twinnie yet.
Depends on.
I think I'm gonna call it soon. What time is it?
It's currently 10.
10
I'm about to
o'clock.
get food. Probably should just like seal these. And is there a sealer over there that you can see? By chance, like a brush-on sealer. I need one brush on and yeah. No, this is the medium. This is gloss. This is brush on. Brushy, brushy. Silver was his horse. Yeah, but didn't he also have like silver bullets or something?
Yuri, please check your. Oh. I'm ready. Okay.
Uh-huh. Cute.
Cute! Oh my gosh. I'm excited. Oh, hey, Colin? Last thing, I promise. I'll just have to tell you / show you. Dude, I just ruined this mini. I'm so mad about it. Darn. And it's like, it's fine, like, I'll be fine with it, but it still just, like, hurts so much.
There's nothing to stop you from redoing it. Not necessarily that exact mini, but
Yeah.
you can do a similar mini or the same mini even.
I think it's just, like, there's so much. I would have to, like, strip the whole thing, you know?
I mean, I don't mean like stripping that mini and redoing it that
Yeah.
way, but like you could
Buy
just
it and-
rebuy that mini,
yeah.
honestly.
I'm gonna try and fix it as much as I can. Because the probability of me purchasing this mini again is pretty low. It's not because it's not a good mini. It's because I have so many other ones that I want in its place. I think I still have an album with pics from that trip out of the ranch. Yeah, we're in Nevada. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I think that. How was that in Nevada? I thought that was in Texas.
Sealer.
All right. So, what else you got going on, Pariah?
Whole lot of nothing, honestly. Working on YouTube stuff, trying to get caught back up, trying to get my life together. Excited about playing Rust lately. Been real pog.
So, how we feeling about tomorrow?
You know, feelings haven't really changed.
I mean, so have you enjoyed the duo, trio, quads, or I mean, we haven't really gone back to a big group yet at all?
Yeah, I mean, last server we played on was full group server.
Yeah,
We
but
played
we
on
didn't.
Candy and them.
But we didn't play with a group.
We had a 5-stack actually.
Yeah, but I'm talking about we didn't play with a Zerg.
I mean, I've never really played with a Zerg except for like one time.
I mean, we could get Melissa and Goat and
I mean,
Dragon.
if that's something that you wanted to do, we could totally get that set up. Like, I don't really have a ton of expectations. We've talked about doing Rust stuff a couple times. Like, I haven't really picked, like, half looked at a server today, but I know we don't really pick servers until the day of.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll just wait and get Tibbers in here and see what she's looking at.
Oh, is that how it sounds whenever I'm not around?
Yeah.
We'll just get Tibbers in here.
Probably shouldn't have sealed this quite yet, but
To play Rust. Oh, I suck at that game. Yeah, but like, it's when it's a group of us, you know, and we're just like hanging out, getting started and stuff. Like, if it's a server that isn't capped on number of players, like if it isn't like a quad or trio max team, yada yada, then the more the merrier. You actively not having a big team affects your abilities. So mad.
I'd be down for a Rust mess around sometime, but probably don't have time to like hard commit for a full wipe. Neither do we.
Yeah.
Normally what we've been doing is like Tibbers will play for like a day or two, and then I'll like play out the rest of the wipe solo or not.
Yeah, I've been trying to give like one day. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like it.
Okay, that's it for me. Do you have any colors you want me to leave out? Probably gonna start like actually
Probably
tearing
a
down.
sealer.
Brush on sealer. Because I do still have to cook. Okay, and also I got one last griffin done for the camera. It is a little bit harder to see, but we'll have good, nicer pictures on the Discord at some point. But it is a snowy white griffin. It's got an egg butt as opposed to the other ones. Whoa, bam.
I'm trying to give this little guy scars. Scars are actually really hard, hello?
Mm-hmm. Hello, wait, Westfield actually just went to bed. He was out here mini painting with us until about 2 minutes ago.
Literally just got up from the table. Oh wait, I don't feel that bad about him now that I put
Nice.
scars on him.
Proud of you.
I feel a little bit more, but at least the first time I've looked at him and didn't feel like, holy crap, I hate you. Oh god.
What?
Did you say something? What do you think?
Super cool. I like that mini a lot. That was very cute.
There's so much that there's like I've just rubbed off since holding him. All right, doing the bottom. But yeah, things have been pretty good. Also, yeah, Westfield is literally just here. That's so sad.
My foot's asleep.
But what is the next? I don't know when the next mini painting will be. But what is the next painting goal for you?
I don't know. I'm not super far off from having all my minis painted. I've got a lot of small people left to paint, which is going to be a challenge for sure.
You've been on a monster kick for a while. I think the next thing for me is painting all the miniatures I currently have. And then hopefully being able to purchase some big pieces. Because I've been working on nothing but small pieces for...
I've got like 16 minis left, I think.
It's
I've got quite
two
the collection.
painting sessions.
Not with the little guys, unless I get real lazy with it.
Let's do this one.
I think those griffins turned out real good, though.
Dude, they're amazing. Also, the door is sick. It looks very, very magical.
Dropping out, some chatting with you. Have a good night. You have a good night too, Doomer. Thanks for hanging out.
Private Scuffles, we miss you. Also, I'll be better about not calling you. I'll call you Dooms or Scuffles.
You do this thing where you always refer to people by their screen name, and sometimes it makes me wonder if you remember them. I'm like, you know that's like, that's Doomer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah, so I actually, a few of my
cracks me up.
friends have gone through rebranding. And
Yes, there is a way to change your Twitch name, Doomer, but you might have to go through support. I know I've seen a lot of people change their Twitch names, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of a process it is.
yeah, the thing is, you can change it, but if it's already taken, you of course can't take it. But it's pretty simple to do. It's just like updating your profile.
There you go.
But it does take some approval if you're at a certain level, and it does take a little bit to get processed
As many hoes
sometimes.
as necessary. Damn straight.
But it's definitely like it's kind of like a name change. If someone changes their name, like from Sarah to Ashley, I know I want to, like, my instinct is to call them Sarah, you know? It's easy for me to do that, but it's probably better for me to call them, if I'm being mindful of it and I don't want to hurt their feelings, like, I'm gonna try and call them by their preferred name as frequently as I can. So I remember that Dooms changed his name from Doomer to Dooms, and that's something that's like, okay, I liked Doomer, but it's not about me. Know what I mean?
Doomer did kind of, as a concept, kind of pick up in popularity. Mostly because of the Zoomer thing.
Not because of the boomer thing?
And also because of the Boomer thing. Probably just gonna order food.
But I also like that too, is like,
You want anything from this?
no, I think so. But yeah, it's definitely like, also there's a few people that have actively
you did it.
have actively changed their names.
This is the
Yeah.
number of O's required. You can only change it once per 60 days. That's what it is. Okay.
Well, also if
I
it's
feel like I remember at some point it was like they actually had like contact support.
yes, because also if it's taken by someone but it's an inactive account.
I mean,
and
that's its
been-
own like.
Yeah, it's, well, like, I didn't know if you wanted to take just Dooms or something. You know what I mean? Like if Colin wanted to take Westfield,
Which he does. And
or Robert wants to take Texas Deviant.
Uh huh.
You know, in order for them to do that, it has to have like, there's a lot to it.
We are not in Hogwarts. Hello, Jamie.
Hi. How are you?
Good night, Dooms.
Good night, dude.
No, they're all undercase.
No,
No, they're undercase.
sorry.
No, that's not how it goes.
I'm never gonna live it down. I'm ready. Well, I think that this is pretty successful. I'm kind of in love with mini painting and it brings me joy.
We're good, Jamie. We're just finishing up our mini painting sesh.
Yeah, do I want to give him black? Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're almost out of the gate and almost done with tonight. Are you sure you're not in Hufflepuff's common room?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Could be.
But good night, Dooms. Also, Yeah, I'm just finishing these one. Oh, they should have painted them silver.
I just got finished painting. I had 3 griffins that I wanted to get done and a cute door. Colin's working on his demon boy as usual. Here, I can show you. Griffin. Griffin. And we'll have better pictures coming up. I did a griffin and then a white griffin and a baby griffin, who is very adorable, as well as this shiny door. It is very shiny. Wow.
I worked on a cat all night.
And Tibbers worked on a cat all night.
I ruined the cat, and then I made it somewhat salvageable. Salvaged. It was kind of an emotional experience.
The door actually doesn't have any gold on it. It is like green on the outside on like the metal portion, and the wood itself is purple. And then I did one of the Turbo Dork paints to make it slightly holographic. That's probably why it looks gold on the camera.
It looks like super magical. Like if you were going through a fairy tale and it's like you approach a magical door.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's how I as a DM would describe my door. 3
Griffin doors and a Dumbledore. Yes.
Also, last touch, last thing before we you know, seal her up, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I put any more detail on this, I will cry. Because you're supposed to be just a basic cat.
Thank you, Miss Jamie. I'm actually pretty proud of them. They turned out pretty good. They'll look a lot better in the detailed pictures, but
I'm never taking a picture of this mini, so I want.
never mind. There will never be pictures of these minis.
There's gonna be pictures of the other Minties. Minties? I love Minties. Oh, this paint splits so bad.
The green, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know when our next session of painting will be, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
For sure.
We'll definitely like keep you guys updated. Okay, now I just gotta seal it, shield. I gotta seal it.
Gotta
seal it up. Stuck on you. Cool beans. I think I want this one. Stuck on you. But yeah, Jamie, how's your day going? How's your week going? We're midweek currently, so. This ain't gonna be too bad. We're just gonna. I'm committing. I want you to look at this commitment. I'm sealing this mini.
I'm proud of you. Big commitment.
A big commitment. Oh, there it is.
What?
Is there mini painting on TikTok?
Not that I've ever seen. I'm sure there is.
Sure there is. I'm sure it's untapped. TikTok I have not been to yet.
I don't know, the like D&D stuff is kind of semi-rare on TikTok as well. Or it's actually just like not well suited for TikTok content.
I think mini painting would be dope on TikTok.
Breakfast meeting at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. board meeting. Doing stuff at work I've never done before, like fundraising and marketing, which is out of my comfort zone. But I enjoy planning summer art camps. Heck yeah. That's super exciting.
That is exciting. I like it when Jamie does new stuff. I like it when she's out of her comfort zone, because then she really grows and like kicks butt and takes names and then feels more empowered because she's like, I didn't think I could do it, but I did it. And I'm good at it.
That is what they say about career growth, is that you just grow until you have no idea what you're doing in the position that you're in.
I want to cry
Why?
because I know what I'm doing in my position.
Yep.
Oh no. All right, well now this has just got to dry.
Sweet.
So yeah, just there's some pooling, but you know it's sealant, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. They said it'll be fine.
You want to get these streams shut down?
I am gonna let it dry. I'm gonna put some stuff away while we pack up, and then I'll try and show it off before the end.
Okay, I'm not going to get up until we shut the stream down.
Okay, I believe in you.
Because I'm currently trapped in between.
Oh.
I'm unable to like do things.
Oh no! Help him! He's trapped.
I'm trapped.
Oh man.
Any last thoughts?
I miss mini painting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this was ambitious.
Picking up a second mini. I mean, sometimes it's good to like take a break from the one you're painting and like look at something else for a minute.
I had so many dreams about this guy, though. I had so many big plans.
Oh, you can get them next time.
I will forget them all by next time.
Yeah.
And then I'll have new big plans.
Yep. That's how it works.
Ugh. Also, exactly. Also, he's still so bubbly. Well, yeah, I think it was dope. I think it was good. I think it was a good painting session. Alright. He's still a little bit bubbly, but, you know, we'll deal with it. Here. Can you just tell me where? Oh. Wait, is this?
Keep it going.
Oh my gosh.
Keep it going.
But he's still a little bit bubbly. He's still, you can't really see him, but we'll get there.
Alright. But that's all, folks.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Ryan's coming out.
You can hang it out if you want.
No, you're good. Happy Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow for Throwback Thursday, where we're gonna kill it in some rust.
And do something.
We're gonna kill it in some rust. I don't know what to tell you.
Au revoir.
Yeah, we're gonna raid someone.
Okay.
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
raid someone from all three channels, or?
Yeah, we can do that.
That's up to you.
We can do whatever you want, man. Who do you want to raid?
I don't know.
Let's go look up makers and crafting. Okay. There's this one.
Okay. Cat of Diamonds.
Yeah.
Sounds
Working on some cosplay stuff.
good.
Let's see if we can do it.
How do you spell it?
K-A-T OF Diamonds. No spaces, no dashes. There we go. Now let's send it off, man. Let's go raid this wonderful human and see what's going on. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Super, super lots of love. You're a cool cat.
For a full season of one of the shows. And does it have another one of the side quests? Oh! Wait, whoa. What's happening right now? Odin Say Gaming, Texas Tibbers, and Paradox, thank you for your back-to-back raids. Hello, Classico Trio raid. Hello, raiders. Welcome in. There it is, Pariah. Welcome, guys. Thank you for your trio raid. Were you guys co-streaming and then all decided to come here? That's so nice. Welcome. Odin Say Gaming, Texas Tibbers, and Pariah Docs. Thank you guys so much for that triple raid. Welcome, Jamie Moore. 3330. That's 330. I got it. I know numbers. I know how to read. Welcome. I'm Kat. I'm a cosplay and variety creative streamer. I'm wearing the costume that we were working on. Co-streaming, restreaming. Nice. Doing some mini painting today. Just ended. Odin's iGaming. Thank you, Power. Took you a couple of reads. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I just got started. I just finished the finale of Dimension 20's The Unsleeping City, which is where Sophia Lee comes from, and then we're going to work on one of the other cosplays that is in the list of things that I'm working on. I just had to start cleaning up after